whenever you're semi-auto bursting.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna burn the fate point, and that
Plus
would
20 total because close
yeah,
range.
no, yeah, that would definitely be my. I have 58, so
And 30 because you're using a pistol. So plus 30 total.
yeah. Okay, cool. I still don't need to spend that fate point. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I won't spend that fate point. Sorry, that was just a moment of I was just eager to shoot them. So
As you
yeah,
should
okay.
be.
So yeah, so these are my 2 shots with the lucky pistol. This is the first one, 1d10 plus 9. Oh. And then this is the second one. And does the first person go down with that? That I see through the portal? That's, what is it, 26 damage? 25 damage?
Keep in mind, if it's spread across multiple shots, that's relevant, because, armor reduces each shot
Yeah,
separate.
they got pen 5 on each shot.
Okay, pen... Okay, so their armor is irrelevant. Yeah, that seems like it juices the first Eldar pretty expertly.
And then who do I see now?
The Farseer herself.
You're next, you filthy cunt! And then, with my Laser pistol, that is a hit, with multiple degrees of success. And, 1d10 plus
Yeah, my gun's
6.
4 pen. You probably already know that.
4 pen, yeah,
Yep.
4 pen.
I mean, my gun was 4 pen.
What was the, oh, I can never have a plus...
More
For the
than
last-
more than plus or minus 30.
Oh, so yeah, this doesn't matter. 1 second, let me write that down.
Oh, is that one of the special abilities in Law's pistol?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Basically, it halves the normal cap, since normally you can't have more than plus or minus 60.
Yeah, I mean, it's good if it's really good for like someone who's not good at shooting, I guess. Like if you were untrained in it, it would be really, really great.
Or trying to shoot things in really terrible conditions.
Yeah.
Can I can re-roll that damage, I think, I'm pretty sure.
What kind of gun is it?
Laser pistol.
Is it
Oh, never mind.
Why can you reroll?
What allows me to re-roll damage? What was that thing?
tearing? That's your bolt guns.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so never mind.
It doesn't let you reroll damage, you just roll twice and take the better one. I think your Lucky Saturn can reroll 1 damage once a day.
Can it?
I think
Oh,
one of your guns has an ability that lets you reroll damage.
Mine does.
Never mind. Well, anyway, she takes, at pen 4, she takes 22 damage.
In one shot
But-
or 2 shots?
No, it's 2 shots.
shots.
One's
Okay.
7 and one's 15.
Okay. Okay, looks like one of the shots gets through, clips her in the side, the other one flicks off of her pretty decent Eldar armor. But you did pretty expertly pepper her associate and zap her. Denev!
I really, really want to fire the flamethrower right into that portal.
That is a thing you can do.
Would using the stair kill you?
Well, I would. What do they say? If you get over your thing, you fall unconscious.
Yeah, it would knock you unconscious.
Only if you go over.
Which in
With
this
this-
situation
with-
could well mean death.
Lidless stare automatically
No.
gives you 1 fatigue.
Just being. Oh, actually, yeah, this situation. Oh, yeah.
If you lose, it gives you 2. It automatically gives you 1 even if you succeed.
If you're really mad, the stair would like probably nuke half that room. Because it's damage not modified by armor resistance or toughness.
I'm pretty sure also the Captain and Thaddeus are too close for that, and the Garrow.
Okay, fair enough.
It would hit them
She
too.
probably has like a.
Yeah,
She probably has like
we
a
haven't
damage
had time to do
will
the
save.
goggles.
Yeah.
Is it a will save thing?
Yes.
Yes, it's a will save.
The Farseer probably has like fucking best will save in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's true.
She's probably not as good as saving against fire.
Probably not.
Straight
Plus, I
on.
mean, she's on fire, which...
Well, considering how she has used up her dodge, there's no way she can resist fire.
That's true. Yeah.
Unless this is a new round. I think it might be a new round.
No, it's the same
No.
round. It was first
No,
initiatives
it
were...
is. It looped back
Is it?
around to them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they had to spend their first turn getting there because they had run up ahead. And now it's back around to their turn where they can actually shoot at stuff, second round.
Okay.
Ah. Oh damn.
You should still burn it.
Yeah. Yeah, at least try.
Yo, 20 flame damage.
And Farseer does
Insane.
duck out of the way.
Motherfucker.
Where does she end up?
He dips out of sight off to the side of the portal. As would be the best place to go when fire is seeping through a portal. Right angles.
Till he hits somebody in the way there.
Yeah, looks like a few of their red shirts get torched.
Then it'll be, okay, Philip, go! We should probably leave before everything burns.
And basically the portal cuts off on their turn. Captain, anything you're doing before the portal cuts off? The Farseer is not in your immediate line of sight now.
Okay, remind me again, can I sidestep and shoot?
One shot, I believe.
Yeah, one shot.
You can,
Okay, so-
No, you can use a semi-auto burst and whatever and move, you just don't get the pluses on it. Like, I think you even might take a minus, but you can do like a full auto burst and...
Sure.
Yeah. I learned this.
I mean, that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
I'd like
can't-
to take my best shot at her, so whatever the shot I'm least likely to screw up. Assuming I can get a line of sight on her as I go.
Boop. That's from the book.
Well, with your speed, I'm sure you could get to anywhere you... But yeah, basically you can get a firing angle on her just before the portal closes.
Oh, yeah, it's right at the end. Yeah.
Basically, the portal is closing right now.
Alright, so it's the same no bonus if I try for a burst or not?
Looks like it.
Alright, well, might as well try to bring all the pain I can.
It's still a plus 30, isn't it? If it's close, or 20 or whatever.
What'd
If-
you get for close range?
Closest 10. Point blank is 30, but I don't think you're in point blank range. Point blank is within 3 meters.
It's 3 meters,
Ah,
isn't it?
it's within 3 meters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, plus
Never mind
30?
point blank range.
You said
yeah,
that was
plus
plus how much? Okay.
Yeah, plus 30.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
And there's 2 in my burst.
Okay, you do not get to see the results of that. Basically, you fire off 2 plasma bursts that go right through the center of the portal as the portal is actively closing.
Does she get steel roll damage?
Oh, she does still get the roll damage.
Big bucks, no whammies.
I mean, those shots went somewhere on board the Eldar ship. Whether they went into a person or into a component, those shots went somewhere.
Somebody's day is ruined.
Maybe we'll get real lucky. I killed their ship, too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they didn't port into the command room, but if they did, you should have went in there and shot everything up and then teleported it out.
You shot the microverse powering their ship.
Lol. I'm going off mic for a sec.
Okay.
But now, lots of running.
Yes.
Come on,
The Eldar
Philip.
portal. The Eldar
We killed We
how that
killed her,
portal
right?
Shuts down.
We don't know.
You have no idea. The last 2 shots that were fired through the closing portal. You did not get to see if they
I
hit.
hope at least he's on the critical shot.
I think you got her critically injured, didn't you?
No, I don't know what we
Oh,
did.
now we have a BBG. Oh,
You have no idea how much health or armor she has, so you don't know how much you hurt her. You just know that you hit her and injured her.
we have a BBG. I'm so happy.
That being?
Big bad guy. It's
Oh,
like Reddit. It's like Reddit lingo for like.
Hey, it's
the villain.
BBL, Big Bad Lady.
I don't know if she's...
I mean, I feel like it, like in 2015.
BBP,
guy-
big bad person.
I think in 2015, guy is almost a gender neutral descriptor.
BBH,
Like, it'd be
big
like,
bad
hey-
humanoid.
It'd be like, hey guys, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean you're talking to like males specifically. You could just say, hey guys, and
Yes, yes.
you know.
Big BBH, big bad humanoid.
BBE,
Alright,
Big Bad
she's flying
Eldar.
a helicopter.
Yeah, you're all Imperial citizens. That's not a person that just walked through that portal. Their gender doesn't matter. Any more than the gender of a dog matters.
They're fauna.
But yeah, so, running.
The captain's okay to run. I'm just gonna leg it.
Yeah, everybody is fine for running. Nobody's too injured to run, except Zennith, but Zennith's being carried by a tech priest.
Mush.
I do have a grudge against this Eldar now, so...
They were an Eldar. You had a grudge against them the day they
Yeah,
were
but now I've got a reason that I want to kill them more so, like, actively wanting to seek and kill them.
More besides the fact that they're just Eldar. More specific
Yeah.
reasons.
I would have wanted to kill them anyway if he wasn't, you know, like, doing something.
But yeah, so the hallways are shaking, both from this place going through some sort of horrible metamorphosis and from something massive that is just absolutely pounding its way up the hall towards you guys. And you, of course, hear the expected shrieks and howls of Tyrannid approaching. And the less expected massive roar that shakes your suit visors of another thing approaching.
No, I think we were pretty much expecting that
busy
either
fighting
way.
each other.
We were
What,
pretty
separate
much
from the
expecting-
Tyranids?
You don't know. You do not know. It is
I
monstrous.
don't really want to see a hybrid, like, fucking warp Tyranid shit.
It's probably a demon.
Or the Tyranids.
All I'm
got,
saying
like,
is we were
corrupted.
expecting some shit to go down, so this is not too unexpected. Run!
But yeah, so basically you guys are at the shaft again. Ready to make your ascent.
Grapple.
At this point, there's been enough of a radio chain from person to person all the way back to the shaft that Romeo is fully informed what the fuck's going on.
Cool, I'm going down on that grapnel. Or at least sending someone. We got red shirts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, someone should go down and set up a grapple line. Let's do it.
well, you do have that massive tow hook from or that massive winch hook.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that we can't just send it down. We have to send, like, a dude down with it. But if we can't just send it down, then that's already down.
Well, people can just, grab onto it and winch it back up.
Alright. Then, yeah, there's an elevator waiting for you. It is a hook.
Excellent news. Oh, and you were mistaken before. She was absolutely a person. A dog can't really betray you.
You've never had a dog pee on your rug?
Nah, it's not really betrayal.
It
Depends
feels
how-
like it in your heart, though.
Depends how expensive the rug is.
Buggle still hasn't peed on the rug. I'm so fucking like he's like as much as he's like barks all the time and he doesn't get attention. He is completely potty trained, and I have that to be thankful for.
Yeah, I have a shuriken in my stomach. I think it outweighs in pretty much any carpet consideration.
I mean, but
Yeah.
the question
I
is,
don't
how
put
much...
a shuriken gun into your stomach.
There's two questions here. One, how much did it bring the rug to how much did it bring the room together? And two, how much did the shuriken bring your outfit together? Maybe it's a plus.
Oh, speaking of which, Captain, make a toughness -20 test.
That could mean a lot of things.
Fucking poison. Fade that
Nice.
shit.
I'm gonna take another shot at that. Probably not gonna do. I'm probably gonna do worse out of this, but let's give it a try.
I believe in you.
Toxic's quite a lot of damage.
Shit.
Oh.
You rolled a 96, good job.
You take 3.
3 what?
3 damage.
Fucking
Oh no.
Not from anything directly related to the Eldar weapon, more that the Eldar weapon breached your suit, and all of this running without a
Oh
seal.
fuck, right.
Can we seal her suit somehow?
You can,
now.
but you'd have to stop to do so. Denev's suit got sealed pretty quickly.
Go, 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 go.
No, like if I can just like shoot down the hallway behind us like blindly while we stop the suit. Maybe they'll stop running towards us.
No, I think we prioritize getting the hell out, then we can either fix the suit or get onto the gun cutter.
Like a giant hive tyrant that's been mutated by the warp is on its way. Or something like that.
Basically, you are about to get onto the safety of the gun cutter.
Wait for that.
Okay.
Go. Go, 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 go.
Are we in the crevice bit where we're like being waiting to be
Yeah.
pulled up?
Yeah, you guys are either... Everyone is either waiting or actively going up. I mean, Thaddeus
Okay.
is obviously going up of his own accord. Other people are going up as they can, either climbing or being lifted on the, on the fucking winch. A couple people are scaling up on the Eldar's leftover grapple lines that are still hanging.
Captain gets priority going up.
Oh really?
Can
I
it,
think
can
at
it
this
hold
point I
Captain's
would
armor?
take the winch.
Can it hold Captain's armor? Like a light power suit's not. It's pretty heavy.
That thing ripped the door off of a Martellin ghost engine chamber, as you may recall.
What's
It's a
that?
good
It's a pretty good winch.
No. I meant the Eldar grappling. Like,
Oh, the other grapple line. No, I assumed she was going up on the winch.
Yeah. I was just saying she wouldn't be able to do the Eldar grappling line.
It's possible they could. I mean, it's heavy, but I don't think it's that heavy.
Fair enough.
It's light power armor. It has light ray in the name.
Yeah, but that's still like 20 kilograms.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, that's 40 actually. Jesus.
I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, here's an important.
Plate is less.
Here's an important question.
I disagree.
Okay. So Roma knew was going on because of radio chatter, because of Vox chatter. Were we
Yes.
able to get an astropath to talk to the ship, and is the ship being prepped for combat?
The astropaths... Well, your astropath, the one on board the cutter that was left behind, is in the process of getting that communicated. But none of the ones downstairs had time or opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. I don't think they would have the chance considering all the stuff.
They couldn't have sent one... basically, the Tyranid Shadow is still in place down there, really. Plus actual warp interference.
Alright,
It's a big
cool.
old hot stew of bad.
Well, hopefully it'll be a big ol' hot stew of laser inside of an Eldar ship.
Can we see it? I don't think we can.
If it would, I'm pretty sure we could have seen it up until the point it started cloaking, and even then we might be able to see it when it cloaks.
Its cloak was never perfect.
Yeah, we just failed last time, and we would have been able to see them because they came onto the cutter, which means they probably would have uncloaked to unload people.
Yeah, basically their ship. When you left, their ship was sitting there alongside yours.
Can we see it now? Still,
It
where
would
we are?
it would be kind of hard to see a ship at this distance, regardless.
Okay.
I guess the question is it in the auger arrays still? Because I'm pretty sure they were all keeping watch on that thing either way.
I guess we can see when we're on the ship.
Yeah, basically that's something you don't have regular enough communication with the ship right now to determine that in such a short span of time.
Fair enough. Are we blasting off again?
I believe you are. Basically everyone's back on board. There are no complications. I mean, horrible things are coming, but you're not slowing down for any reason, I assume.
Nope.
No, I already fell for that once. Right, so as I'm peeling off the armor, I'm going to say, well, shooting me is almost nice for the Eldar. How badly do you think they've screwed us otherwise?
Hard to say. I don't know what they've been planning, or what even their intentions were for wanting the things to be destroyed. Something to do with their home world, I assume, but I don't know why they care so much about the system. Or why they care about us. Like, why do they care about us? That we saw it. That we know.
Well, you do have a little time before the cutter is able to get back up to the ship, so there is time for a little discussion at least.
If it comes down between
And
staying in
more
the system,
drugs.
if it comes down between staying in the system and seeing what's up and going to the edge and observing from the out, if we can get spot shots off on, like, the perfect situation is the system is going to go into the warp and we disable the Eldar ship so they can't run, and then we laugh from the edge of the system.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to like teleport the galaxy or the solar system somewhere else. I don't think they're going to do that.
Or can we hack
Well,
their ship and put in bad coordinates for warp? Bad warp charts.
If by hack you mean to put in a shit ton of murder servitors,
That too.
They travel through the webway. I don't think they do normal warp traveling. Although it is warp traveling, just different.
yeah, but if you take a machine and you put a bunch of broken parts in it, it doesn't matter what's supposed to do, it's broken.
But what you're trying to do is give them coordinates for something they're not even going to use.
Now we're gonna fuck them up this time. I wasn't sure about that, so.
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
Dennis' definition of hack was like go into the mainframe and put in coordinates. Romeo's definition of hack was more like hack and slash.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I just like them feeling like they won until the very last second.
I mean, hey man, I wanted Eldar tech, and there's two ways to get that: peaceful trade and violent raiding.
I have definitely a preferable one of the two.
I mean, I think I'm in your camp at this point too. Burn the mother down.
Burning I can get behind.
But the question is, why? Why did they do this to us? Didn't she say I'm sorry? Like, what did she say when she shot the captain?
That'd be a good thing to ask the captain.
I have literally the worst memory.
Yeah, I'm not so hot on this one because I was mostly thinking about getting shot in the stomach. She apologized for the circumstances, and then she shot me, and then I think she said the system was going to get eaten by the warp.
Well, she said her exact words were that she leaves you to the doom of this system.
So yeah, that. I'm sorry, here's a shuriken, doom of the system. Good day, mate.
What,
Yeah,
can I look at the sun? Does the sun look any different?
I mean, it doesn't look any more fucked up than it did before.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't look any different, that's cool. Maybe we should go talk with the librarian dude. I keep forgetting what he's called. The Herald. That dude.
I feel like we should be taking back that thing at this point.
Wait. I have a question right here. How do do teleporters go through the warp?
Yes.
Okay. Because, we just blew up one of those batteries and it turned out to be bad times for everyone. We have one of those batteries. If we're feeling particularly vindictive, we can just gift them one of those batteries. Gift in quotes.
Um,
I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard to move through the webway when, you've got demons about.
that's if we can see them and we know how to teleport things onto the ship. But both of those, I agree. That's definitely a nice way, a nice present for them.
I don't know if we should teleport the warp battery though, because if it goes to the warp, I think it might just blow up on the ship. But you can definitely put it on the ship. We have bombers. We can do ground-based incursions in tandem with a bunch of teleported murder servitors.
Well, how am I supposed to get on this ship without teleporting?
Jump in a starship, park the starship on their ship, jump in their ship.
So something you can do?
That is called a hit-and-run attack or a boarding action. I can't remember if it's specifically one or the other in Starship Combat.
Yeah, you can totally board ships. Just teleporters are better at it, but maybe not in this very particular situation.
They give you a bonus, like a plus 20 bonus to your hit-and-run attack.
I think they also give you extra damage because you can teleport right near vital parts.
I think that's actually the murder servers that give you the precision thing.
Oh, it could be. I mean, either way, I think we're going to take out their engines. Or I guess
I feel like they
probably
definitely deserve a gift of murder servitors.
Probably, if we can still see them, probably first things first, cloak array, then probably weapons, then probably engines.
You should also probably be figuring out what the heck just happened to this planet too, or what is going to be on the surface now. And if it's messing up the rest of the system even further.
Yeah.
So, what is... Can I get a Cynesian's feel on what's going on planet side, or when we were leaving?
Well, I mean, you can toss out a Cynesian, see what comes out the other end.
I'm just going to look out the window.
Well, don't you have, a psi power that lets you, essentially, auger a planet?
I'm not sure if that's how it works. I can look it up. I know I have that one.
There we go. Harvey said, I just...
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if I'm wondering if this was the plan all along, or if this became the plan after we set up the grenade plan. If they were always planning to betray us in this way, and they sent us down here to break this stuff, basically to...
Whatever it was fucking dumb. I mean, that wasn't, if she wanted to kill you, that wasn't really a great way of doing it. I mean, I don't understand what she achieved, other than our obviously hatred of her. What else?
She slowed us down a little.
Enough for the planet to eat us.
Or she wanted us to blow up everything.
Well, they did want us to blow up everything.
We did.
That was explicitly stated when they were in our ship.
But they wanted us to blow up everything now, apparently, to kill the system instead of save it.
I mean, basically, Romy doesn't really give a shit about how sorry you are. You shot the captain. You can be the most penitent person in the universe. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, at the moment...
I just feel like their actual end game was not what they told us it was, because they seem to think that this is actually making everything go faster for the destruction, for the chaos. Instead, leave us to the destruction of the system, basically. So they've been making us do that.
I mean, so the logical plan is if they know what the hell's going on and they can't leave the system, well, I guess they better help us solve it.
There.
That was the thought. Do you think the Martellan systems could have been pinning their trade world?
Containing their homeworld, or whatever world it's called. I don't know. I don't think it's here.
I think it's a system or two over.
I think maybe the corruption would have gone over.
It is specifically Craft World.
Craft world, that's it.
And with all the successes that Romeo has made on the Eldar, Craft Worlds are world ships.
Oh, they're actually ships.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are ships.
Okay.
I mean, they are their homeworlds. It's all the Eldar have left. They have no planets left. But they are ships. Just big-ass ships. The Elder ship here is not a Craft World.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, so my Void Watcher thing, if they were cloaked, I can find them with it. I can reveal hidden dangers such as mines, void creatures, and concealed ships.
Oh. Oh.
Hello.
I'm back.
Zennith.
What happened? Sorry, can somebody fill me in real quick?
Oh, they've just been discussing the situation at hand as you guys journey back.
I'm gonna ask, is there any way we can track these monsters?
Maybe Denev.
Although I think
which monsters are you talking about in this case? So you mean the Eldar? Then maybe.
Yeah, the Eldar.
Then probably if they're cloaked.
The atmosphere on the cutter is just human-friendly, yes?
Yes.
I'm going to peel out of the armor and get this wound, looked at.
Yeah, I need to get my foot looked at and get some drugs.
I'm going to tell one of the tech priests that's not healing people that they should observe the armor. Because I don't think we've seen it broken yet. We've seen it be modified and re-heal, but we haven't seen it broken. We haven't seen it, pierced. And if it pierced the void suit, you would have to have pierced the armor in the first place, right?
Well, I'm assuming she wasn't wearing a void suit because she had the armor. There was no point.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, look at that armor, because it might be weird right now.
Well, unless the armor has any, hidden traits, I don't think it would be any different.
I think it does have hidden traits. We don't know some of them, and we also know that it, in some way...
Well, yeah, but we know how many we had. I know that I had 3.
Yes?
Did any of my last pistol
Additional traits reveal themselves? Yeah. No.
Okay.
And Captain, you're healed by 3.
Excellent.
And of course the tech priests are looking at Denev's foot and everything, but and her myriad other injuries that I can't recall.
I'm going to turn to the captain, and I'm going to say, hey, Captain, I hate to say I told you so about those Eldar, but...
I will literally throw you out the airlock.
I second that.
I'm saying that, Captain, I hate to say I told you so about those Eldar.
No, I will literally throw you out the airlock.
But I wasn't wrong.
There's only so much you can prepare for situations like a catacomb full of Tyrannid and an Eldar betrayal.
But we knew the Eldar betrayal was coming. You guys have to be a little bit more careful with our dealings with aliens.
Hey, do you know whose job it is? Do you know whose job it is to respond to betrayals with military force? The Master at Arms.
Which
That's
I
literally
did.
your job.
Yeah, it is.
So there you see,
I've just for a reason. This was literally your job. So before
Yeah,
you point a finger saying I told you so, how about you look in a mirror first?
My decisions are being I don't have final say on dealings with aliens. I deal with the betrayals, which I did.
Did
And
you?
we-
I saw you run away, bro. You had to let out of there.
I didn't see you jump through no portals.
He's got you there.
Well, I'm sure.
Brave man you are.
And the cutter rapidly approaches the Zennith. It is in sight, as is the Eldar ship, which appears to be starting to move.
If we have comm relays, I'm
Let 'em
basically
know.
saying, like, yeah, I'm basically saying like I'm expecting every single fighter we got to be prepped, and we're gonna immediately do a bombing run.
Okay. And the
Like I'm expecting a drop off and then a turn around and fly back out.
Right. So, the cutter comes into dock, dropping off the current crew, or dropping everybody off who isn't necessary for operating the cutter itself.
Non-essential personnel.
Basically, which means the rest of the group. Which brings us to a thing we haven't gotten to do yet.
Starship combat! Woo!
Yes!
Hey.
Quick reminder, when we first saw the ship and I estimated our opposed combat capability, didn't you say that they could stomp us?
Wasn't that the Orc ship?
The Orc ship definitely could have stomped you. You weren't completely sure what the combat abilities of the Eldar ship were. I mean, you know there are Eldar ships that could stomp you.
Yeah, I mean, we are flying an industrial ship.
Notably, since I've only now gotten their actual stats up, all of their weapons are forward-facing.
Ooh.
We have no maneuverability, just FYI.
Except in the local field of the planet.
Well, then you still have less of a penalty. It doesn't actually get you to the degree of a bonus.
Yeah, the ship takes a -10 maneuverability, but that's to avoid fire, and also if we're bigger than them, we take another minus. I mean, this ship isn't very dodgeable, but that's why we have fighters.
Actually, it's a -15 total maneuverability.
Is it?
Yeah. It's only a -5 if you're within 5 units of a planet. Which you are right now.
Is that because the ship likes planets?
It does. It longs to return. It longs to go back to sleep.
And also, maneuverability is not necessarily its speed.
No.
It usually is, but that doesn't mean that we can't outspeed the Eldar ship, even if it is more maneuverable, as weird as that is.
Well, I mean, maneuverability, basically, ships move... The way ship movement here works is far more like a sailing ship on the water than a spaceship.
Yeah.
Basically, at the beginning of every turn, you choose if your ship is moving at half speed or full speed, and it's moving in a straight line at the beginning of combat, and you determine how much it's able to turn each turn.
The big advantage we have here in ship-to-ship combat is the fact that, assuming they don't have fighters, which I think they do, right?
You're not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if we've actually seen any.
I'm gonna start prepping 2 boarding parties full of murder servitors, and I'm gonna hop on one of the ships.
Are you doing it? Are you preparing on an assault craft or on the teleport pad?
Can we just teleport onto their shift?
Yes.
That is like the primary statistical use of the teleporter.
Okay, yeah, then no, me.
Not only can you teleport onto a ship, but you have a greater degree of accuracy on where you decide to teleport. Like, you can be like, we are teleporting into the engine room and fucking shit up, instead of wherever you can board up.
All right, then I'm gonna with like I guess however many murder servitors I can personally command.
Do murder servitors mess shit up or just people up?
Basically,
They have plasma cutters, or melter cutters, don't they?
well, a hit and run attack is, Starship combat is so big that everything's very generalized. Murder servitors give you like a +20 to your hit and run attack roll, and I think teleporters also do that. And the murder servitors let you choose your critical effect.
The good news about our ship is that it doesn't need to slow down to attack. Like you can just gun it every round, and you can teleport people on and get fighters out, and it's not. I don't think it's going to matter that much.
We should definitely like move closer into orbit because I remember something about our ship getting like maneuverability.
We're already in orbit. We're already close enough.
All right, so we get all that cool shit. Awesome.
All that cool shit is a +10 maneuverability, which brings it up to -5.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
the only thing you make those rolls for is if you want to do something other than move and turn your base amount.
And evasive maneuvers, which is your dodge fire.
Actually,
but again, if we get to the side, we don't need to dodge fire because they can't shoot us. They only have forward-facing shit. Only have forward-facing mounts. If you can get behind it, it's dead.
And if you want a nice list of actions, I have in the handout section. There is now a Starship Combat section with all relevant charts.
How much does if I teleport with the murder servitors, does that apply bonus as well or no?
Yeah, teleporting gives you a bonus to hit and run, and murder servitors gives you a bonus to hit and run.
Does the Master of Arms being on the boarding party give you a bonus?
Oh, I think it was actually the other way around. The Master of Arms gives you a bonus to defending the ship against boarders.
Oh, okay, so I should stay here.
What's the do you know where the jobs bonuses are? I remember there's like a website.
They're on Into the Storm, but yeah, it's so much easier to get them from that website.
I know the bosun's is
Where
get
did you
a bonus
post
to
the
morale
thing?
if I'm on the ship, which means I'm going to be leading fighters.
And
Ship
we get
rolls.
a bonus to defense if I'm on the ship. So
And now we can also tell the Inquisition about this shit.
So are you posting the thing now?
It's in Skype.
Okay.
Oh, I also posted in Roll20.
How dare you?
Yeah, the captain is able to give +10 to the hold fast action. Let's see. The Master at Arms gives +10 to prepare to repel boarders.
Master.
Well, they also have teleporters, so it's likely we'll see boarders. But if we can deliver more than one group of murder servitors, I think we can go ahead and leave a pack of them on their bridge, too.
And let's see.
See how they deal with those. And so, like, can a murder servitor like remain hidden on an Eldar ship for weeks as well? So if they escape, like
Murder server to remain hidden.
Murder servitors absolutely destroy Eldar in stealth skills.
Really?
They are like, comparing them to xenomorphs is an absolutely perfect comparison in every way.
Wow.
So yeah, let's just not even take the ones we send over back. We
don't have an infinite amount though. It depends on where the ship's going. If we're winning, don't leave them. But if they want to escape, yeah, leave the servitors. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying is that like it shouldn't be plan A, leave the servitors. Just we're willing to leave them if it comes.
I don't know. Like if they decide to like pull out and escape or like try to warp away or something, like leave like 5 servitors on their ship, type of thing.
We wouldn't want them to think that we didn't want them to have parting gifts.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to fortify our. I'm planning to send as many servitors as I can over, but on this ship, I want to fortify, as Master at Arms, our essentials. So like our weapon room, our engine room, our armory, and our bridge.
Right. Well, for starters,
that's what be prepared to repel boarders.
Well, for starters, let me see if it's even worth rolling initiative.
They're probably gonna run.
Well, more because your initiative is based off your ship's detection score here.
Oh, okay.
And I think their detection score is so high that no matter what you roll and no matter what they roll, they'll beat you.
Fair enough.
Wait, detection for what?
Just the detection score that your scanners give you determines your initiative. In shipcom.
Oh, I can't use my ability to help with that at all?
Oh, you can use that ability during combat, but not to help with initiative.
Okay.
Notably, you guys can't specifically target any section of the enemy ship if you don't have an active scan of their ship. Which is what that ability can do. Mind you, so can the ship scanners, potentially. So it's whichever person... it's whether you or the ship has better scanners.
Don't even joke about that.
Because that is one of the 3 special things that navigators can do during starship combat. Yeah, oh, well, yeah, actually, you can use Void Watcher or something in place of an active auger check, right?
I think so.
Because, I mean, you can just do that as a navigator regardless, but I'm wondering if that's better.
Jesus.
Whoa. I keep trying to mute everything, but... Sorry?
I asked what you were feeding to the wood chipper.
That's
Sounds
honestly...
more like a game show.
It's a game show mixed with a warship game going on next to it. And yeah, I keep trying to mute my microphone after I talk, but sometimes it doesn't stick.
Right. Oh, and yeah, there are 3 actions that only navigators can take that are not listed on the action chart, because they come from the Navis Primer. Notably, you can basically be a human scanner. You can interfere with the enemy scanners, and you can also make emergency split-second jumps into the warp to dodge enemy fire.
I could mess up enemy scanners, that'd be awesome!
That would actually probably really help, because they've already said that they use like side detection instead of augury arrays. Like they have developed that information.
So how would I go about doing that?
It's a -20 Synescience test, and then I think every degree of success... yeah, and every degree of success is a -10 to their detection score. But
Okay.
they are going first. Oh, right, I didn't drag you guys back over here. Do...
Do our like combat stats matter at all in space combat?
No. Not usually.
Depends.
It usually ends up being more mental and social stats that matter in space combat.
Yeah, if we want to do a hit and run on an enemy ship, then Romeo actually needs to use his pilot check.
Yeah. There's a lot of command checks involved, the occasional charm or intimidate check, depending on the thing. Ballistic seal comes into play for firing ship weapons.
Alright, so even if I did do the, like, how much can I potentially help with this thing if I do that Synescience test?
Well, with the initiative, nothing, since that's something you'd have to do on your turn.
Okay.
If anybody has the initiative by surprise here, it's them.
Alright.
And
But they were beside us when we started this, right?
Well, relatively speaking.
Okay, so they could potentially turn and shoot, is what you're saying.
Well, how much can, I think you and them are within the same ship bracket as far as size goes. Which means I think you can both make 90-degree turns without a maneuvering check.
Okay. But if they turn, I don't think they can move, right?
No, every turn you can move either half your ship speed or your ship speed and turn up to 90 degrees, or 45 degrees if you're a big ship.
Okay, got it.
Anything more than that, like trying to go slower than half speed or trying to turn more than that, requires a check.
Okay.
These are, I mean, even the Eldar ship is only maneuverable by your standards. It's still a big, slow, sluggish hulk.
Burn it.
Yeah, I am reasonably certain they can pull a 90-degree turn, and so can you guys. Interesting note, no matter how big they or small they are, orc ships can never do more than 45-degree turn.
Huh.
Because they're
Oh.
kind of shit.
I was going to say, it's probably because they're kind of shitty.
Not even if they believe they can.
That's why the ship works in the first place.
So, can I assume we're within 5 AUs?
AUs would be system scale. VUs is Starship Combat Scale.
Sorry. Yeah, VUs.
And you're with... basically, you are the distance you see here away. You're 3 away.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Well,
you have to
we
be
have to-
1 for boarding actions.
Oh, no, hit and run is 5.
Hit and run is 5?
Yeah. Attempting to reach one craft within 5 VUs of the boarding craft. Maybe it's different for the teleporter?
No,
Then
it
it
doesn't
is-
specify anything different for teleporter.
Yeah, it's...
But this is also start of the turn. Their turn.
Yes.
They haven't moved yet.
What guns have we got where, may I ask?
I have that right here. You've got 1 dorsal gun, 1 port gun, 1 starboard gun.
the dorsal is very important in this fight because it can fire in 360 degrees.
I thought that was keel. I thought dorsal was 270.
Oh, yeah. I think it can't... That's the one... It can't fire... No, it can't fire behind.
Yeah, it can fire port, starboard, and 4. And
Yeah.
then you have your Mars pattern macro cannons that can fire port and starboard. So you have,
Which ones are the best?
basically, well, your forward gun is the best one, but it can also fire on the sides. So you have the most firepower when you're broadsiding.
Okay, that's cool.
But you,
Yeah, obviously we're not first.
yeah, well, also your dorsal gun has a lot more range. It's got 9 range.
Okay.
And,
I assume all of them can hit though, right? I mean, like from the range we're at now.
basically they can hit up to twice their range. And these Eldar are gonna move.
How dare they?
Because they are Eldar. They have one thing they do good.
Move.
Yeah, that is what Eldar are good at. Yeah, so... 1, 2, 3, 4,
The
5,
bastards!
6, 7, 1,
Stop moving!
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's quite a lot.
Shit.
Yeah, they have 14 movement to turn. Base,
Okay.
What's ours?
4.
Oh, interesting.
So basically, they're gonna escape. There's nothing whatsoever we can do about it.
No, there's stuff we can do about it. They're still within range, and we can still move from here to... They made a 90-degree
Can we-
turn.
can we-
We'll
can we
have
move
to do
diagonally?
that.
They are technically within your Sunseer battery's range.
But if we just move to here, using 4 range... Right?
Would we also not be going through the sun?
Well, this isn't... We're not in this
Yeah.
system right now, anyway.
Yeah,
This is, like, way bigger than our current ship combat.
Yeah. You are operating on a smaller scale than this at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they did not just move beyond the edge of the system in one turn. That is something that takes days, maybe weeks.
I was just curious as to why we, like, yeah, it's on this map. It's freaking me out.
I mean, we can just try to shoot out their engines. They're right there.
Can you make cold shots?
Not necessarily.
We just send murder servers into their engines.
Well, we're not
within,
close
we're not
enough.
within 5. We
Yeah,
have to move
you
within
need to
5.
get closer.
You could gun it, which is a thing. Flanking speed, get additional movement.
Didn't I say like I could use quick jumps through the warp?
That's just for dodging enemy shots. You don't
Oh.
actually move. You just go into the warp and then leave the warp
Oh, gotcha.
while the shots pass through where you were. It's incredibly dangerous, and you get a whole bunch of horrible warp things that might happen.
Oh, that sounds great.
We can make a tech use check
What?
+0 to nurse the ship's engines and push them to the limits. Success means the ship moves an additional
Push to the
VU
limit.
this turn for every degree of success.
You can look in the handout section under Starship Combat for Starship actions and maneuvering actions. It is your guys' turn as well, and you all take action simultaneously.
Oh, we will choose our own actions.
Yeah, basically, one person has to handle the maneuvering, one person has to handle the shooting, and then everyone else can do whatever else they're doing. If any shooting can be done.
Okay.
I guess this is the captain's call, and where you think Romeo is going to be better suited. Can I move? Can
I
I
assume it's just our
maneuver?
general ship roles.
Can I move the ship, and then when we get close enough, switch into making a hit and run check?
If you can get us close enough, absolutely.
I mean, I'm assuming like I wouldn't be able to do a hit and run this turn because I would have to use my action to maneuver the ship. But I think considering how long ship combat actually takes, that I would be able to run back to a prepped starship right from the command center.
It is also an action to get the fighters prepped.
Okay, so Romeo would probably be taking his round to prep the fighters then.
Yeah, which is a command plus. Hold on, I wrote it down. I wrote down everything related to fighters. It is command plus 10 test to get the squadrons ready for combat on such short notice.
Okay then, I'm going to spend a fate point to get myself +10 because I really don't want to mess it up. I messed it up. I'm going to reroll that. That is a success. 1 degree of success exactly.
Okay, and all the planets are gone now, right? Those
Yes.
are no longer visible to you guys?
Yeah.
I saved one of my fate points. I've got 4 left.
Okay, so this makes more visual sense now, I assume.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm cool with this.
But okay, so first off, what direction were you guys facing, you would say? That is important.
Forwards, I would say.
If we were to be somewhere and we knew that our broadside was our best firepower space, I'm assuming we would try to keep the Eldar ship in broadside if there was nothing else
Oh,
to
are they
determine
close
which
enough,
space we
though?
were facing.
So they would have been within your broadsides.
I'm assuming they would have been within our broadsides.
Okay. So basically, this is your forward right now.
Okay.
But we can move 45 as with no check, right?
90.
Okay, but we could do 45, right? Because if we can do 45, that's the most efficient line to get close to the Eldar ship. Like it'll blend us somewhere here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We can go there and then
Well,
if we can go diagonally.
well, then we can tech use it. If you can do flanking speed and you can get like a success or two, we can actually get within range of the ship and maybe get an attack off.
I mean,
before they
no matter
definitely
what,
outspeed us.
no matter what, your guns can fire at twice their listed range at a -10. So you're already within range for your Sunseer as long as they're not on your rear.
Is that lock on target?
Lock on target improves your chances to hit.
Okay. Well, I'm Master of Ordnance, which gives an extra +5 bonus to that ballistic skill test. Whose ballistic skill test is it? It's like the ship's skill?
Basically, you guys would
yours.
pick. In this case, it would probably be you.
What is
Oh,
your status?
61.
Okay.
But first things first, movement. That is the order it goes in. Movement, shooting, and then other things. Unless someone wanted to do a other thing first.
Flanking, we should definitely do flanking speed because if, like I said, if we can get within 5, if we can get 2 successes on a tech use +0, it'll give us 2 extra movement, which will get us within 5, which means we can put a boarding party on there.
Go for it.
Which means we can do the Geralt plan of just throw a bunch of murder servers on there, and if we don't get them back, well, I guess they get to keep a bunch of murder servers.
We can call them boarding party favors.
Yeah.
Okay, so We have got, basically, each person can only take one action per ship turn. We have Romeo, who is getting the fighters prepped.
Yes, successfully is prepping fighters.
Yes, fighters will be successfully prepped and ready for operations. Then who is taking charge of getting the engines tuned?
I probably have the best opportunity for tech use here, unless there's something more useful I can be doing.
Sounds about right, I guess.
Notably, just not necessarily that it's coming up right now, but just so you know what it does. One of the thing you get bonus to, I think, is hold fast for being the rogue trader.
Yeah, plus 10 bonus to hold fast.
Yeah, which reduces morale damage on if you take any damage the following turn.
And also the fact that Romeo is around helps reduce that, right? Because he, being the bosun, also helps reduce morale loss.
Oh, actually, that's to retroactively cancel previously suffered morale damage.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, that's good to know.
But so, Captain doing the tech use on flank speed?
Unless there's something better I can be doing, yeah.
Okay.
Does the combi tool come into it?
I would say no in this case. You're more, you're probably personally involved to a degree, but this is like teams of tech priests all over the engines.
That is exactly how much success we need, I think.
How many degrees is that?
2.1.
Yep. Okay, so
let's move 6, right?
Yeah, you can move 6 total, with a 90-degree turn in there at any given point. Right away, I think it has to be, 90-degree or 40. I think it has to be at the beginning or end.
So...
Unless you do a maneuverability check to do it in the middle.
But that means if we do it at the start, it means we can just plop right here, right? That's 6 squares.
Okay, yeah, the way it normally has to work is you move straight and then you turn.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you make a maneuverability check to not do that.
Does anyone have Starship Pilot except for Romeo?
If not, it falls to an NPC.
Navigation Stellar. That's right. Right?
Pilot spacecraft in this case.
Oh, no.
I actually have it, but I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, I've already burned my thing prepping the start fighters, otherwise I would have saved it for this. Sorry guys, my bad.
Can I prep to repel borders? Is that something I can do?
You can, although we can probably work that out after we get the ship, after we figure out the ship's movement.
If the captain gives a +10, because I think you can still give a +10 to a check, right? As a free action once around, even on Starship Combat?
Actually, specifically because she's the rogue trader and the Lord Captain, she can give that to anybody on the ship, not just somebody within line of sight.
Awesome. If you give them a +10 to maneuverability, that's only 1 less than my actual craft, my actual spacecraft thing. So,
Make it so.
it's not a bad call. The biggest problem is no fate.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the check is, normally, you have to move your entire speed and then turn. This is spacecraft plus maneuverability test. To every degree of success is 1 less space you have to move before you can turn.
Okay. So, we want a lot of successes.
Okay, and this was a +10, you said? Because of the captain?
Yeah. The standard 1 plus 10, I think that's a 60, right?
Yep, that is a
Because we're on the
60.
ship. It's 60, 65 or something. I don't know.
Yep, that would be a 60. That is so that is 4 degrees.
Yo.
Woo!
So you still have to move forward by 2. Okay, move forward by 2, and then 4 diagonal.
Yeah. I think 45 is the best way to do this. Does that put us within 5? We're just outside of range for a boarding party.
Yeah, you're 6. You're just out. Yeah, you are still just outside of range. You are well within range for. I think only your Sunseers are in range, but they are within range without penalty.
How close are our Mars patterns?
You're outside the firing arc for your Mars patterns.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, going
Oh.
straight here
Yeah, you're right.
because you were going 45 degrees.
Yeah. Okay.
They're just outside the firing arc.
Yo, shoot him though.
Can I fuck them up in the meanwhile?
Yeah, so
Yep.
success.
Well, they can use a maneuverability check to make it less, but I think
Yeah.
because they already did their thing, if they didn't do it, they didn't do it.
I didn't fail.
Okay, and I should note, however, this check is at a -20.
Yeah, still a success. I would have had 41. That would have been what I had to go over.
Degrees count here.
2 degrees of success.
2 degrees.
Oh wait, sorry. I mean, normally, no. This is no degrees of success.
No degrees of success, so just
Yeah,
one.
with -20.
Okay, so that's just 1 BAP with the Sunseer then.
Mm. Can I do lock on target as well? If that would help.
I think lock on target is a thing that someone else does, and then you get additional ballistic skill from having a locked target.
Okay.
Basically, I think locked target like gives you so-and-so bonus, and then you improve that bonus.
Yes. Maybe I'll do that next time.
Wait, would my ability to like find things be able to help with that lock on target?
Let's see.
Since I can act sort of like as an augur ray.
Yeah, you can act as an augur ray. I'm not sure if Void Watcher is better or worse than the one that we're looking at here. Or than the natural ability to work as an augur ray, which you do have. Because normally it's just a -10 Sinuscience test to function as an augur ray. Or no, you can't lock target with that. You can scan them so that the attack can be more effective if it hits.
Do that at least.
They have to be within 20, but they're within 20.
So what's the test for that?
Sinuscience -10.
Alright, what is our profit factor?
20 something.
Okay.
I think 23?
Not brilliant, no.
I'd have to re-add some things up. You guys had a pretty shitty profit factor to begin with, and then both Geralt and the captain had a profit factor reducing things.
Oh, nice. Made it worse.
I mean,
What-
not by a lot, because it was already pretty shitty.
Reducing things? What did I have it reduced by?
I think you had a thing that reduced the profit factor by like 1 or 2. So did the captain.
But we did get a pretty sweet ship out of it.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. You start with shitty profit factor, but get a good ship. Could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't really have been enough ship to counter, or... Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten enough profit factor to counteract how hurt we would have been ship-wise.
Okay, so you have basically performed a successful active scan of the Eldar ship.
Right.
So basically, you know of its vital components.
I let everybody on the ship know.
Yep, it's got its solar sails, its own warp system, its basic life support, bridge, quarters, sensors, 3 forward-facing weapons, and its holographic field generator.
Solar sails? Solar sails.
Yes, solar sails.
Should probably hit the solar sails. I'm assuming that's what
What
makes
do
it
those do
move,
for them?
right?
That's their version of engines and power.
Solar sails, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to go mount that stuff on the outside of their ship.
Basically, specific component targeting is a matter of critical hit, I believe.
Okay.
And since just double-checking what determines a critical hit, I know it's a little different than normal. Oh, wait, no, I have it right here. I wrote all of this down on my version of your guys' ship profile, because it helps. It was only 1 degree of success, right?
Yes.
Unfortunate. You could have fucked them up a lot more if it was 4 degrees of success.
Damn.
Oh, not 2.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Eldars don't have shields. So this is going to hurt.
Don't run! Don't run!
Let me love you, and by love you I mean destroy you.
Basically, what just happened is the Eldar are partially cloaked. It's very difficult to see them. You have some general stuff on their location, but you just started wildly firing your batteries in the general direction where you knew they were, and you scored a hit.
Oh, so I know how to use my Void Watcher next time around.
Okay, I'm just trying to look at how much health they have.
I could either shoot someone else and then I do the lock-on.
I think it's just that you benefit more from the lock-on, not actually in doing the lock-on.
How was that saying?
Yeah, basically, you normally only get a... It's normally only +5, you bump that up to +10, total.
Eric, was this a cool thing you were talking about, like new rules?
For me, yes, new rules.
Cool.
Or rules we haven't gotten to use yet. But okay, yeah, so shots crash into the Eldar ship. Roll for damage, that is 1d10 plus 14.
Bang.
Okay. Little bits of splintered wraithbone go spiraling off into space as a sizable volley of probably minivan at minimum sized... No wait, I don't even think this is a minivan. This is a laser battery. These were giant-ass space lasers.
So at least a Winnebago.
It's the things on your sides that are firing actual shells. But so, let's see. So, you've gotten that shot off, which brings us to... Yes, preparing to repel borders, as you had said. And, since first time, double-checking how one repels... Well, just what the check is.
Wait, they get to board us at this range?
They can do it in 6?
Well, it's more... If you can board them, they can board you. So when you do get into boarding range.
Okay. Because they might not keep running away, we don't know.
They'll probably keep running away.
I mean, right now, if they don't move, we want to stay behind them. Because right now they should be facing this way, I think? Up?
Yes.
Which means they can't actually fire at us. Because they only have forward-facing guns. They have to turn. And then we could do some fancy stuff where they can't slow down, or at least because they're so fast, they're going to have to move, like, this way. To the
They'll
left.
probably just run away.
Yeah, they'll probably just run away. But who knows? Maybe you effed them up, and now they can.
Okay, yeah. So I had to check the prepare to repel borders thing since I hadn't looked at it before. Yeah, so that is a command test. You're making it at half, of course, but you have a bonus to it as a trade-off. So that is half plus 10 fellowship. On Geralt's part. What is his fellowship normally?
35.
35?
Don't you have a bonus because of your gun?
Which gun?
I think no. It's like you either have a uniform or gun. I know something gives you a bonus to command.
Oh, yeah, I'd be wearing the command uniform definitely right now.
Okay. What was that,
so-
plus 10?
Let's see. Plus 10 to command, plus
Yep.
15 intimidate and air of authority talent.
Yep, that is all you needed. Yet you do succeed on that one.
Yay.
So if they board you, you get even bigger bonuses to repel them. Notably, if you're boarding them, they're probably boarding you. Although,
Okay.
you could go off on that boarding team as well, since your people are already prepared. You got them all nice and rallied. Now you can go kill people.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's send my boarding team out.
You can't. Not within 5.
No, well, true.
But okay. So this brings us to their second turn. I sincerely doubt I even need to make a goddamn roll on this. Their maneuverability is insane. But let's see.
Come on, 99. Come on, 99.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, that is crazy stuff.
Shit.
Although you are somewhat right, you do have a bit of that Russian fighter pilot advantage, where the enemy is too damn fast for their own good.
Nice. They have to go across our broadside.
Because even when you do that thing that lets you, turn sooner, it's still based on whatever your maximum speed is. So they're somewhat limited because they have to turn a certain amount. Yeah,
Cool.
So they are... We might need to move you guys down a little bit, because they're going to have to go a little ways first.
It's the vacuum space. We'll keep up.
Yeah. There's where they are right now. It looks like they're trying to get you into their forward weapons, but you're so slow and they're so fast.
That it's awkward. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
This was literally a thing, like, back in World War II with fighter planes. The Russians had, this bomber regiment that flew, in these shitty little plywood planes that were so slow that enemy fighters ran right past them before they could shoot them down.
I
Okay,
don't
so
think
they're
we have to
facing.
make any adjustments at all. We can just drive straight on.
No, then they'll be able to fire at us.
No, they won't, because they were headed up, and now they're headed to the left, right?
Yep.
So if we go
Oh.
straight forward, we're going to be on their backside.
They turned
I'm
as much
sorry.
as they could, But
I thought the nose was the way they were going. That's my bad. Yeah, you're totally right. We don't need to. We just need to go forward and then just fuck them
Then
up.
we can leave them servitors.
Well, we've got servitors, so we can have Mike send out a raiding party, I think, and have Romeo send out a bomber run.
And we can broadside them as we go past.
With our good guns, because the macros actually do a lot more damage than the solar ray. Basically, it's like the closer you get, the more damage you do. So the fact that they're actually
well,
going to be
actually,
in range-
the Sunseer is a macro battery.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's exactly the same as the Mars. It's just the Mars are just shorter range.
Oh, I thought the Mars did more damage.
Nope, they are actually the shittiest macro cannons that exist.
Oh, that sucks. You might want to switch those out at some point.
You would have gotten better, but you were balancing power, space, and ship points.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is the best now. Let's light them up.
It's like the things they could do to you if they could just get you in their sights. They have 3 forward guns, big ones.
So, if we're gonna do a thing, we should slow down.
You can move at half speed without a check.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Which
Then, yeah,
would be-
that's
Which would be 2
Do we want to?
squares.
I think we'd want to move our full move here and get to here on their backside,
but then
which makes them two rounds to turn and fire on us.
Oh yeah, right. Because they've pretty much shown that they want to attack. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we want to be as far behind them as possible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's fuck them up.
And let's see. Oh, yeah, and for what it's worth, hail the enemy can always be made as a free action.
Sure.
Well, I mean that's lovely to know, but they shot me in the stomach with a shuriken.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck them up.
But okay, so back around to your guys' turn. Are you moving half speed, full speed? Anything special movement-wise? Basically, you can move forward either 4 spaces or 2 spaces with no rolls required.
I say we move forward 4 spaces.
Yeah, can we move forward 4 spaces and then take our turn?
Well, basically the turn normally has to start with moving. Shooting always has to come after moving. All the other crap can come at any point you want.
Okay, so yeah, if we move 4 spaces and then we take our 90-degree turn, then when next they move in turn, we'll be able to move on the north side of them, and they'll again be 2 turns from being able to fire on us.
I like this plan. Let's do it.
Okay, so you're moving ahead 4. Actually, can I just give everybody control of the ship? There we go, all players.
Cool. So 4 is here, right? Right beside it? Boop.
Yep, there's 4.
Cool. We've got 2 volleys on it.
Yeah.
Because it's directly on our broadside.
Oh, so 2 separate shots.
Yes, that is 2 separate attacks that can be made. And then, let's see. We have...
Well, before we make attacks, we have to figure out other stuff, right? Attacks come last.
Yes, so we got 4 of you, or 5 of you here. 4 of you who aren't going to be firing the ship's guns.
Can I try to see through their cloak and make it easier to go through specific parts?
No, you
The Void Watcher.
Let's see. I mean, basically, at this distance, you guys can tell the ship is there relatively well. So what you would be trying to do, or the things you would have access to try and do, Either fucking with their scanners, which right now probably isn't a huge deal, just based on what I'm seeing here, unless I'm missing something in the mechanics, them being able to scan you isn't that much of an issue, since you're behind them. I mean, they could scan you, but it wouldn't get them much. Let's see. Does anyone have scrutiny?
Romeo has scrutiny.
Okay, but Romeo's launching a fighter attack.
Yeah, but depending on what scrutiny would get us, it might... I think right now the thing we want to do the most is take out their engines. Either take out their cloaking or take out their engines.
Scrutiny would would be the lock-on target roll that would aid Josh in his firing of the ship's weapons.
Oh, I can't use my thing for that. Shit.
I mean, anyone...
I have 32 scrutiny untrained, but
I obviously I don't have scrutiny trained. What is it, like intelligence or
It's,
fellowship or?
I want to say it's perception.
I wish
It's
it was one of
perception.
those.
Okay.
which is
I mean,
why I have
he-
32 on an untrained.
Yeah,
I have 16.
it's scrutiny plus detection is what lock-on target is.
Can
You
Can
do the
Mike
awareness
take
for that.
over ballistics and Thaddeus take over aiming? Because he gets a plus on it, right?
Thaddeus is aiming. Or, no, what Thaddeus gets is he gets more of a bonus from lock-on target.
Okay. Okay.
When I fire the ship's weapons while benefiting from the lock on target, I get a +5 bonus.
Yeah, so he turns at +5
I'll
to
just
a
put
plus
that
10.
I really wish I could use my Void Watcher that way.
So yeah, I get a better bonus when that's being done while I'm shooting.
Yeah, but if he makes the lock-on target check, he can't make the firing check.
Yeah.
So someone else would have to try to lock on target.
So I guess the question is, what can we get more damage out of, a bomber run or helping with the cannons?
Entirely dependent on rolls.
Okay.
Can I inspire a random crew member to be more competent at scrutiny?
What would that random crew member have compared to unskilled?
Let's say it's your master of etheric, so the person who actually does this for a living. That would be 50 total.
Better than I'd get.
Better than I get.
Yeah, it's actually better than what I get also.
Okay. And the captain can only give +10 to one person a turn. So up to you if you're giving your +10 on this or something else.
Is there somewhere else to be better placed?
Attack rolls, command checks for the hit and run or for the macro cannon blast itself. Up to you where the priorities lie. Looks like there's going to be a 3-pronged attack going once this goes off. There's going to be a macro cannon blast, a boarding action by Thaddeus's people are going to be blasting it with guns. Romeo's people are going to be blasting it with ships, and Geralt's people are going to be carving it up from the inside.
Probably best to enhance the boarding party.
Okay. But most importantly, that just means that it's not this dude. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because he succeeded.
Yay!
Hooray!
Let's see how well he succeeded. He was on a 50. Okay, yeah, you only get a +10 total. But that means that Thaddeus does get a +10 to his macro cannon attacks, of which there are 2.
Do we
Pretty
get
good.
bonuses for being very close? Or is that not a thing in Starship?
Yes, you do, that +10. There's only 3 range increments, long, medium, and short, but you do get +10 at short, which is this.
Okay.
So you
We're
have,
beside it, so yeah.
Do you want me? Do you want me to roll?
yes, 2 attacks. You have +10 total on both of them.
They both hit.
Degrees
Actually,
of
wait.
success matter.
Let me have a look. First one actually misses by, I was short of 2. So the first one misses, but the second one hits with 2 degrees. 2 degrees of success.
2 degrees? Okay. Basically, each
Actually,
degree
wait,
is
no,
another
sorry.
thing.
Three degrees on the second one.
Oh, 3
If
degrees on the second one.
Yeah, you said I got plus 20, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going off mic for a bit.
Okay. Yes, you got plus...
If I got plus 20 in both of them, then the first one is no degrees, and the second one is 2.
Oh, actually, it's a total of 0. Total of plus 0. Plus 20 to hit, minus 20 because of their cloaking device.
Oh. Okay.
Also, I could have used my thing to help with the cloaking device. I haven't actually used my turn yet, though, so...
Can...
It doesn't negate the cloaking device.
That at least helps
No, wait.
him poke the...
Does it? Because you guys did get the lock on target.
Yeah.
That might actually matter.
Oh, you tell me.
I'm just double checking what Hollow Field does.
Because yeah,
I can still, like, input coordinates and things for stuff, right? For Void Watcher?
Yeah, basically you more or less function as if you were the ship's augur array on an active augury test, which is why if they get critical hits, they can actually affect certain components, which normally they... Basically, if you don't know a component's there, you can't hit it.
Yeah. We already know the opponents from the last round, though. This would be more just getting through their concealment.
Okay, yeah, basically that would just be determining that they're there, which you know they're there. This is more of like a displacer beast situation, to use the D&D parlance. So you know it's there. They could use it to try and hide from you altogether, which you would be able to, you know, pretty quickly snap your fingers, oh yeah, they're over there. But they are still getting the bonus from their Hollow Field. Which is pretty extreme, but it's what they have in lieu of shields. Which is why every one of these hits is hitting them. Every hit that you get is hitting them.
Okay.
How many hits were those then? Or how many degrees of success on what?
Depends on the bonuses I forgot.
0.
Space?
Total. Yeah, so
Okay.
just your base check.
So first one missed, second one hit for no degrees of success.
Okay, so second one was just a straight shot to their rear.
Yeah. Second one would have just been point 9. I wouldn't have been the whole 1 degree of success.
Right. But, so, once again, 1d10 plus 14.
Okay.
Bam.
Good damage.
Yeah, not bad. By any means.
Or higher than
kind
average.
of, yeah, a little bit higher.
But it made up for my bad one, so that technically counts as 2 average hits.
Okay, once again, bits of Wraithbone go splintering off into the ether. You have successfully destroyed heaven for multiple Eldar.
Rip.
The vast majority of their ship is run by the souls of their dead that it's uploaded into its hull. You're literally destroying heaven.
I'm destroying them in heaven as well.
Yeah, you're killing them in the afterlife.
Good.
Burn.
I'm actually pretty happy about this.
Okay.
I want their stuff.
So there's a lot... Over the course of several hours, there are, like, gigantic subway-sized explosive shells being exchanged with this ship. Or not exchanged, you're just straight up raping them in the ass with it. So there are just massive explosive shells pounding this thing in the rear.
What did they expect was going to happen? What did like?
I think they expected to run and we just flanked them in
Well,
a way
no,
they didn't expect.
they expected to come around and blow the shit out of you with superior Eldar weaponry.
But haha, it's on the front of the ship, so sucks to be them.
They're fucking lances and torpedo cannons. Pulsating lances.
It's
When are we
we
boarding their asses?
Yeah.
hit them.
We're gonna take
Gonna-
those. They're
I'm
gonna be
gonna-
ours.
I'm gonna hit them with my pulsating dick.
All the murder servitors go.
Yeah, so you are teleporting over with murder servitors then?
Oh yes, I am. Actually, wait, no, I'm staying on the ship because I have to repel boarding parties.
Oh,
But
you already did the roll, so they're already prepared to repel a boarding party.
did I roll for that?
Yeah, you did that last turn, and you succeeded.
That's 35.
Okay, yes, cool.
Yeah, that's why we determined that you had your command suit, because it got you just enough to succeed on that check.
All right, then I'm going with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I think it's a command roll to do damage, weirdly enough, so this is probably the time where you get the plus 10 bonus from the captain.
Yeah, which is what the captain had said she was reserving that for. Okay, yeah, and actually you automatically get plus 10 on it, because it is, that's just how these tests work.
Yeah, boarding parties are our best stats, so.
Oh, shit, yeah, okay. You might cap out on the modifier chart for this, one sec.
Yes.
Yes, I was thinking about something. Normally we have a limit on how many murder servers we can take with us because there's too much of them to manage. But if we're leaving some anyway...
Yeah, let's see, so this is 40... Yeah, you cap out at a plus 60. So, I mean, you're rolling at half your fellowship because it is a command test, but you're capping out at the plus 60 limit. So, yeah.
My understanding with this current boarding party is you're not so much controlling murder servitors as just flipping their
Letting them loose.
bomb switch when they get into the ship.
I mean, you probably are going over with some of the elite soldiers as well. But, yeah, there is definitely quite a bit of, this is what the murder servers were meant for. You guys have, like, you've been trying to hammer with a screwdriver when you were using these guys before. Now, this is exactly what they were built to do. So yeah, your effective skill is a 77 right now. Roll. For Geralt.
Okay. For what skill am I using for this?
Command, but the end result is you have a 77. So that was definitely a success. So basically, all of a sudden, Geralt, with a team of murder servitors and his best men, just suddenly appears in a spark of warp light in the middle of the Eldar ship. And so you are just ruining their shit as an army of mechanical xenomorphs, and you, dual pistoling people left and right, appear out of nowhere.
Murder.
Filthy knife ears. And what's the what was the person's, like, what was the mystic?
The Farseer?
Yeah.
Yeah, do we know her name? I'm just screaming for blood as I'm entering the ship.
Yes, you do know her name. I don't know if I wrote it down. Pretty sure I did. Al-Sharan.
Al-Sharan, you will face me.
Let's see exactly what the end result of this thing is. There's some pretty crazy shit you get to do.
Roll twice on the critical table.
No, you don't have to do that because you have murder servitors. You get to choose which thing between 1 and 6 you want to happen.
Do
On
I,
which one?
do I
Yo.
know? Do I know?
On the critical ship thing.
Hold on.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh, for every degree of success you get to do that. So, basically, you...
That was 3, wasn't it?
Pretty sure that was... You had 77, rolled a 44. So yeah,
Sounds
pretty
like
sure.
3 to me.
So, Geralt, if you would kindly go to the handout section and go to Ship Critical Effects.
What page is that?
I have it in the handouts,
handouts.
in Roll20.
Oh, okay.
And then anything between 1 to 6. 3 things between 1 to 6. Or from 1 to 6.
So I get to pick 3 of these?
You get to pick 3 of them because of your degrees of success. Oh, sorry, no, you only get to pick 1, but you dealt hull integrity damage for every degree of success. So you dealt them 3 hull damage, basically.
So you can like cripple their engines or
Yeah. Do we want to
fire
make?
fucking everywhere.
No, you get two. It's if he succeeds, you get 1d5 on the critical hit chart twice, and then you get hull damage.
And you select one result to apply.
Okay.
So basically, you roll twice, choose the one you want.
Right, so
Oh,
whatever's
okay,
going
cool.
to do the most
Murder
towards
Servitors just
stopping
let you
them from
choose
running and turning.
Engines
If we can
cripple.
keep them still and pointed forward indefinitely, that would be fucking magical.
Engines crippled.
Or you can do thruster damage, which removes their which reduces their maneuverability.
If they roll an 8 to 10, the thrusters are completely damaged, and the ship cannot turn, which means they can never hit us because they can
Okay.
never turn around.
All right, but what about the crippled engines? Means they can't really move either.
Well, the actual statistical effects of these things are notable. You roll a 1d10 if you cripple the engines. 1 to 7, their speed is only halved. 8 to 10, their speed is dropped to 1. On the thrusters, 1 to 7, their maneuverability is reduced by 20. And 8 to 10, their ship straight up cannot turn.
Yeah, engines are better. You're right.
All right, so do I gotta roll 10?
Because
Roll
at this close range, even if they can turn 90, maneuverability 4 means we can circle around them all day.
Roll 1d10. Oh, engines are crippled. Speed reduced to 1.
Yo.
Okay, so they
Nice.
can move 1. It's repairable damage. The combat repairing rules are not things I'm familiar with yet, although we'll see if that matters.
Oh, that emergency repairs thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Emergency repairs.
That's
Good
the
luck
ultimate
fixing it with an engine room full of murder servitors. It's a really poor choice on their part.
They're dicks. They really
Yeah,
are
for really old, supposedly wise things, they're really, really dumb.
Hey, anyone here will tell you I would have bent over fucking backwards to work out a mutually beneficial agreement.
I think they're just like too arrogant, and that sort of was their downfall.
Ultimately, that is why the Eldar never really elevate to the degree of true good guys. Although ultimately this is all just petty squabbling on the low levels. On the highest levels, the Inquisition and the Eldar are fucking buds, like fist-bumping bros.
Really?
The Inquisition are the only other creatures in the galaxy who get to go to the Eldar's Black Library.
Wow, did not know that.
So yeah, sometimes Eldar will attack human worlds and wipe them out, but then, the next day, an Inquisitor pops over to an Eldar ship for a glass of wine and a nice read of a Forbidden Heresy Chaos book.
Awesome.
But I'll be right back. As soon as I do get back, Lord Grey will be making his run.
Word.
Yo, that was sick. We fucked their shit up.
Yeah, and bombers might be really good in this situation too. I think you can target external components.
Could you potentially damage me, though?
No. I don't believe so. I can get my ship shot down, which sucks. But I've got Fate to Burn. I've still got 4 left, and I can already, if I fail a check, I can re-roll it. Because I have Small Ships Mastery. And this is exactly, like, taking fighters, and this is just, like, exactly what I spec Romeo for. The only way this could get better is I took plus 10 spacecraft, which I didn't yet, because it's like 400 EXP instead of 200. The one sticky part of this is going to be the command check. The command check is where it could get a little weird, but I do have effectively 54 fellowship because it's a plus 10 check. It's easier than normal.
Okay, Sir Grey. Or Lord Grey. Apologies.
Yep, right here.
Okay, so we are launching this as a bombing run.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we had already determined that you have one squadron of fighters, one squadron of bombers.
Yep.
And fighters are obviously being deployed as an escort for the bombers.
Yep. Because they
Okay.
might have fighters too.
And if they don't have fighters, they have point defense guns,
Right.
which are your biggest problem when trying to bomb. Because it's pretty much guaranteed they're going to shoot something down. But so, if you are personally leading these fuckers,
Yep.
pilot spacecraft plus your craft's rating. Let me tell you the rating if you don't already know it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, technically your craft probably has a higher rating, or maybe an equivalent rating, not sure. But the
Mine's
Raider
0.
for the yeah. So just a what was it? What did I say? Pilot spacecraft test. Yes.
Okay.
No bonuses or penalties.
That is not a success, but because I have Master of Smallcraft, I get to re-roll it, right?
Is that a thing Master of Smallcraft lets you do? If so, then yes.
Yeah, Void Master gets it, so if they fail any pilot check with
Okay,
Smallcraft, they can just re-roll
Do it. Do it.
I'm spending a fate point. Finally.
Okay.
That is 1 degree of success.
1 degree. This isn't very fortuitous. The first time you really get to do the thing you built for.
I know. I'm so upset right now. I should have burned a fate point to give myself plus 10, but it's cool. I didn't save the fate point.
Oh well. The fuck is that?
It's my dog.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
It's the sound of murder servitors.
for some reason I feel as if murder servitors would make more loud, screechy noises.
He's the biggest cuddly murder servitor you'll ever meet.
Okay, good thing Romeo did not get 4 degrees of failure.
Yep, because then you die.
Well, you don't necessarily die, but you probably die.
Yep.
You take 2d10 plus 5.
Yep.
It is still reduced by toughness and armor, so if you're flying around in the Lost Alloy suit,
There is honestly no reason for him not to be. Like I don't have any of the command armor. I've got the pistol that gives me plus 10.
But okay, yeah, so then let's see. Defensive turrets. So you're flying your wing of bombers and fighters straight into the Eldar line. Or straight into the Eldar's craft, and there are shuriken and energy shots flying past you the whole way. Ooh, and let's see, that is... Oh, wait, they do get minus 10 on that. Oh, do they actually fail that check?
Come on, come on.
Come
See,
on.
they've only got the 50. Yeah, they just barely failed that check because it's lighter escort.
Does their maneuverability, their engine maneuverability, play into that?
No, this is just basically every ship has bajillions of guns, but most of them are so small they don't matter in ship combat. But those little guns do matter for fighters.
Yeah, it's like a turret rating. It's like a separate thing.
Yeah, which just represents bajillions of guns. The ship weapons are like your giant stuff meant for fighting other starships. But like, if you guys were facing down an army of tanks, you would have 1,000,000 guns that you could just lay waste to them with. But yeah, so you are able to make your bomber run. I mean, you would have been able to anyways. They just would have taken out your fighters.
Okay, so no losses, I'm guessing?
None as of yet, it looks like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they failed by 2. They got They rolled a 42. They needed to roll a 40.
Nice. Got it. Lucky.
Yeah, so you can make a command +5 test. Plus whatever other things you get for command.
Yeah, I get a +10 because of the pistol. I thought it was a +10, but either way, I'm good. Looking for under 59.
It's +5 for every degree of success you got on that pilot check, which you only got
Okay.
1, so it's only +5.
Okay, got it.
If you've gotten, or sorry, for every 2 degrees.
Win.
Okay. That was a pretty good roll. So with the +15 because of the pistol and the +5 from the rolls of success, I have 59 fellowship. So that's 4 degrees, I think.
4 degrees? Okay. Each degree is an additional hit. You can only get up to 3 hits without a second squadron of bombers. So
Okay.
that is 3 hits that ignore armor. That is what's notable about bombers.
Yo.
Oh, wait, no. Getting 4 degrees of success does matter for one thing, though. 1d5 on the crit chart.
Woohoo!
Yo. 4.
Thrusters!
4?
Yeah,
Okay.
thrusters.
And then isn't thrusters a roll 1d10?
Yes, it is.
So roll 1d10.
4 also. So I
Okay. They
believe-
can technically still turn, although they're only moving at speed 1 for the moment.
Well, yeah, and their maneuverability is reduced by 20.
Yes. But I mean, you only need to make a maneuverability check if you want to do anything other than your regular move.
Right, right.
So their capacity to turn 90 degrees and move 1 square is completely uninhibited.
Okay. But if I rolled an 8, it would have been, they can't turn at all, so they can
Yeah.
only go forward 1 square.
Yeah, they would have been as close to dead in the water as you can get them without actually gutting the ship.
Cool.
And more importantly, 1d10 plus 4 times 3. So 3 of those. 1d10 plus 4s.
Well, 2 of those are consistent. Yeah, so that's 13, 13, 5, so 26, 31 damage total?
31, you said?
31 armor ignoring damage.
Yep.
That's what lance weapons normally do too. Fighters just have to get in close and not get shot down.
Which, hopefully good checks are supposed to make that happen, but I kind of messed that up. But that's cool.
Okay, yeah, this ship is not in very good shape right now. Yeah,
And to
so
think, all of this could have been avoided if she just kept her damn shuriken to her damn self. So, what's the shuriken worth at Farseer?
Are you going to hail them and ask them that?
you can as a
Totally
free
do
action.
Sure, why not?
Okay. You successfully get a video feed up of the command bridge that Romeo's bombers just depressurized. There is nobody there. Nobody alive, at least.
Do I see the Farseer among the people who are not there?
Well, actually, there are some people moving around since the Eldar wear a lot of sealed shit. You do not see the Farseer there.
Did I kill her?
You don't recall coming across her. It's a big ship, just like yours.
I mean, she might be in the
I was
infirmary.
screaming for her blood.
Yeah, she didn't care.
We didn't know how much damage we did. They might have just moved her into the infirmary. We might have put her into critical and then moved her there. So it's not crazy that she's not on the bridge.
Well, or she evacuated the bridge by the time you contacted.
Yeah, true.
She evacuated the bridge, we evacuated the bridge, everybody's evacuating the bridge.
Yeah,
She evacuated the bridge into space.
But what the fuck? You guys have dealt a lot of damage.
Evacuate
deal
the bridge
more
and then
damage.
evacuate your bowels.
I'd just forgotten that every time you deal a point of hull damage, you also deal a point of crew and morale damage. That's how that works.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
so we like crippled their morale now.
There's smug morale.
So what does hull damage? Is it only
Hull damage is basically the ship's health.
yeah, but what deals hull damage? Is it
All of your
weapons or
all of your
oh wait,
weapon
all of
hits. Yeah, all your weapon hits. You dealt some with the hit and run maneuver.
oh that does weapon damage. That does weapon damage as well.
Not very much. It's
Yeah,
only
the hit and run did like 3. The bombers did the most damage so far, I think. Followed closely by the ordnance fire, the macro guns.
Oh, okay.
yes. The ordnance fire has been steadily peppering them. The hit and run crippled their capacity to run,
Yeah.
and the bombers moved in for the kill.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and Eldar ships suffer additional crew losses whenever they lose crew.
More specifically Eldar.
Because their ships don't actually have very many people on them. So since crew is a statistic of percentage, when you would normally kill 5% of someone else's crew, you're killing 6% of their crew. Since a lot of their quote crew is just Eldar souls in the hull of the ship, doing the AI thing. So yeah, pretty crazy amount of crew losses here, proportionally speaking.
Especially when you consider the fact that, we're like destroying their hull, which is basically heaven.
And also you are in this star system, so morale loss is also increased by 1.
Oh. So that sucks.
Yeah, the same thing that's been fucking you guys on fear tests does that. Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, so their bridge has been vented. And their turn, for what little it matters.
That's my evil laugh.
Haha, mine is an evil laugh. Now die!
My friend has that as his text message thing. As his text message, I hear it all the time. Mine is an evil laugh. Now die.
Oh, God in heaven.
Yeah, I don't think the Eldar can make a good move if they're turning 90, because they can either go up, in which case we can half move, I think, and still be on their tail, or they can turn left, in which case we can just half move forward and still be on their tail. It's a very fortuitous engine crippling.
Yeah, the engine crippling worked very well on the Eldar ship, with their nothing but forward guns.
And weirdly beneficial high maneuverability for us.
Yeah. Well, high speed. Their high maneuverability doesn't help you at all.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Their high speed meant they couldn't help but overtake you.
Do they have to go at those speeds?
They can go at minimum half speed without a special check, I think.
Oh, I see. So they have specific speeds, so they have to go every either
Yep.
half or full.
Just all star ships can go at half speed or full speed. I think you have to make a check to go at half of half speed.
Fair.
I don't know if you can actually stop. Or if you'd want to.
I think if you succeed on your maneuverability, you can. But it's a lot of successes. I mean, for them right now, it's like 1 success.
Yeah, so they have... I mean, I think their maneuverability is still better than yours.
With a minus 20, yeah, probably still.
Yeah, at minus 20, they still blow you out of the water maneuverability-wise.
How much is their maneuverability, just out of curiosity?
If any of them
22.
can actually do it.
22.
Yeah, their maneuverability is 22 after you blasted their thrusters out.
What's our base?
42 is their base.
Well, sorry, what's our base?
Oh, minus 15?
Oh, good.
We're on an industrial ship, not a
Yeah.
fighter ship. This is the equivalent of an armored 18-wheeler taking out, like, a specialized attack vehicle. Like, it's dumb.
Well, specifically, it's like taking out an artillery piece, sort of.
Yeah, this is like a frigate, right?
Actually, it's just a raider craft.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why it's not too sturdy.
Like
It's-
space pirates.
No, just the whole class is raider. Raider class ships are made for go in quick, zip out quick, a lot of forward weapons. Yeah, so the question is there anything that can allow you to move more than your regular rotation amount? Oh, potentially. Yeah, it can. They get a big penalty on doing so, for a multitude of reasons.
Are they going to try to pull a 180?
It's a thing you can do.
They're going to e-brake this thing and Tokyo drift over to us?
Okay. Yeah, okay, so they basically go, or they do 90, 190.
Oh,
So
shit.
they're facing that way on the picture.
Uh,
They're facing us.
that is misleading. Yeah, no, they're facing you.
Gotta
Look
put it
at
that way,
them. They're like maneuverable geniuses. I gotta pee really bad.
Okay. Uh,
We just have to move one square. We'll be fine.
they do have minus 20 penalty on their attack, though, because of the...
I guess we can go there.
Oh no, we're facing this way.
Oh, we're up here.
If we were to go 2, we go this way. It's actually fine. Just going 2 here with them facing this way still puts us at their flank.
Oh yeah, I thought they're facing this way.
Actually, you're facing this way.
Oh, are we?
No, we turned at the end of that movement.
Oh, you turned at the end of that
I
movement?
thought we're here because that's how the picture's facing.
It's icon facing, so the top of the icon was the direction.
Yeah, being that. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah, because you turn the icon by grabbing a little handle on the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but when
just
I
thought-
turned it was facing this way.
Yeah, I thought the front of the ship, like that being, the actual front of the ship rather than the front of the picture.
Okay, because I thought you guys were trying to broadside, that's why you got 2 attacks. Because if you turned any direction but this direction, you would have only gotten 1 or 0. Because if you had
What's up?
turned...
Wait, we
Like-
couldn't broadside them when the cannon swept over them?
No, shooting has to come after the movement phase.
That's fine.
First you do move action, then you do shoot action.
Okay. Well, I mean, however things have to be consistent with established reality is fine.
Let's see, so... Well, their macro batteries are not a success.
Sweet. Lances might be a problem, though.
I don't even know what they do.
Well, have to get through your shields, which they can't do, is what they'd have to do.
Okay.
Ever played Faster Than Light?
Yeah, I got faster
Yes.
than light. Just like that then.
Oh,
Definitely.
FTL? Oh my god, that game! I was so addicted. I'd play it every time I'd go to hang out with my friends, and my girlfriend got mad. That's all I did.
Right, so you know the laser weapons? Lances are kind of like those. Awesome when you bring down the shields, completely fucking useless if you don't.
Sweet.
Fair.
Mostly because shields block, just like Faster Than Light, any amount of one hit.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it also blocks hits instead of damage, like armor
Yeah.
does.
So, like, say they hit you 5 times, you'd negate the first hit, and then the next 4 would hit you.
Okay.
However, they're probably gonna die. But it looks like they're leaving you a parting gift.
No, we give the gift.
I'm hoping their gift is their entire ship. Because we get to take their stuff.
Or they're going to self-destruct to spite us, the bastards.
Not exactly. They are, at this range, they are very well able to put forth one of their better weapons.
Josh is just like double, just like shit.
I didn't even know.
About now, could I have fucked up their shit a bit? Because I never actually used my
I'm trying to think what it
turn.
can be.
I don't think that no matter what they have on this ship, will be able to get us from full HP to exploded. It just might suck.
Yeah, I just don't want them
But
to
if
suck
it
because
warps
those
it, and
bastards.
it warps it in our ship, and then we're fucked.
So you don't notice it at first.
Please say I'm not correct.
Huh?
So please say I'm not correct.
I don't know what you're not correct about.
Anything warp related?
No. No.
No.
But you guys don't notice it at first because it is as cloaked as the Eldar ship is.
Oh.
They fired a torpedo.
Ah.
Sweet.
So we don't get turret. You don't get turret rating against it.
You do, actually. It just,
Sweet.
they're really a lot scarier against bigger ships because the number of turrets doesn't matter. But you only have one rating of turret, so the end result is the same.
Oh, okay.
It just negates the bonus you get from having extra turrets.
Right. Is that a roll or anything?
Yeah, that would be a ballistic skill roll, I believe, that any of you could make.
Any of you got fate points left? Because your mum had a +10, it might be better
I
than mine.
do, but that's what it is.
I've got 3.
Ballistic.
I've got 3 with 50 ballistics.
My base is 61. Can anyone get higher with +10?
I can almost match you with a +10 if I burn a fate point, which I can. I have 3 left.
You
Yeah,
might
my
want to do it
ballistics
then if
isn't
you got
that
fate
high.
points to spend.
Okay. Then, alright,
Right,
I'm going to do that. Can Captain... Is this a new round, meaning Captain can give a +10?
It's technically not even your turn yet,
Okay.
so no.
Okay. Alright, let's do this.
If it was further away, you could attack it with a fighter squadron.
Oh, okay, I hear what you're saying, but because it's so close, we don't have a chance.
Yeah, normally it moves on just like a starship. It's moving in a straight line, blah blah blah. But because it was fired at point blank range, there's no movement involved.
Okay. Alright, so this is my D100 roll. I burned a fate point to get plus 10, so I'm at 60 ballistics.
Okay.
That is a success.
That is a success. Okay. Pretty sure you successfully shoot their torpedo out of space. Or wait, how many degrees?
That is I have a 60 as a 48, so that's 1 degree, right?
Yeah.
1 degree, okay.
If that's not enough, you can spend another fate to reroll it.
I mean, that's enough to take out one of the torpedoes.
Okay. I guess group call to reroll?
Well, I mean, do you keep the plus 10 or no?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. If you spend it before, yeah, you're re-rolling the roll as with the
I think
modifiers
it's
you
fine.
had. Wait,
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be higher.
Wait. If I get one more degree of success, will it shoot out a second torpedo?
Yes.
Then
How
I'm
many
going to
torpedoes
spend
are there?
another fate point to get 1 degree of success.
Oh yeah, you can do that after the fact. Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Sweet.
Okay. Yes. So.
Didn't save it though. One fate point left.
Right, we're almost done anyways. Yeah, so the Eldar ship fires 2 cloaked plasma torpedoes, streaking out towards you in their death throes. And just as they are about to strike the hull, your network of defense guns soundly cut them out of space. Their hollow fields sparking off as they splinter into harmless bits. Who is delivering the killing blow?
I can give it a go.
Probably safest that it not be the.
Fighters,
People
yeah.
on this ship.
I wasn't going to put out the fighters on this one.
Yeah, I was. Well, technically, the fighters are just still out there. They're flying around.
Whatever gun that is, it was quite
Yo.
a great success.
That was a pretty good success.
Well, I suppose you do have to move.
Move wherever you think.
No, I think can't our solar. Well, okay, we have to move 2, and then the solar gun has to take over, right?
Well, you can move 2 and then 90 and then fire.
Yeah. So.
What's our best gun?
You're basically what would it be? 2 and then 90 lateral shift. You basically come out the exact same situation you were already in.
Yeah.
So what's the bonuses and all that jazz?
It would, assuming that the I'll have to look up later. Target lock fades, but if for whatever reason it doesn't, you are their hollow field is still actually in place. So you are looking at a total plus 0. Degrees of success do matter, but clearly you got some.
4?
4 degrees.
I think so, yeah.
Captain can give a plus 10 on this one, right?
Yes. New round.
So that's 5 then?
If this is the killing blow, I see no reason why not to.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you, oh right, you don't have fate left. Otherwise, I was going to say you could do one to add another.
Yeah. If I could, I would have, but I only have 2.
Okay. Well, you straight up just get a crit roll.
Okay. Which one is
1d10.
Oh, I just choose from the tape. Okay. Well, roll for it.
Yeah. The small things only get 1d5. Ship weapons get 1d10.
Thrusters damage again.
What was it?
Probably
Trust the
sleeping
damage.
by now, but this is so fucking awesome.
Roll 1 die 10.
Yeah, roll 1d10.
I did. It was 4.
Oh, well, no.
Oh, do you want to roll again?
Yeah, to see how
Sorry.
badly the thrusters are damaged. Or
You
if
want a
it's-
9 or you want an 8, 9, or 10? Ah.
Okay. You can potentially get. At this point, they're in the equivalent of ship critical range. So the shit that spills over their armor is
Okay. How many shots do I get? Or should I do the damage for armor?
of them. So 4. You're getting 4 shots that are hitting them.
Okay. Well, okay. That's 5 degrees of success.
Oh no, you already hit them. This is just damage rolls.
Oh, I thought you said he's doing I was doing different gun
Oh,
shots.
degree.
Oh,
No,
well,
no.
yeah, you actually do have the Mars pattern on them too, so you can roll for that if you want, which obviously you
Oh.
did in that hit.
Yes. So what am I rolling for the first gun?
They both have the same damage. They're both 1d10 plus 14.
Does that get plus for every success?
You get a hit for every success, so that's 4 times, just like your full auto.
Oh, okay. So should I roll?
I gave him the
4
plus 10,
times
so it's
or
5,
5
isn't
times?
it?
Yeah.
Caps out at 4. The Sunseer caps out at 4. The Mars caps out at 3.
Okay. So should I roll for?
7 times.
And how many degrees was that on the Mars?
5.
It's
Okay.
the same as the. It did 10 better, but it didn't have the plus 10 on it because I think having only tied to 1 roll, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's the same degree of success.
So another
Yeah.
1d10 on that.
Okay. So,
That's another crit roll.
Yes.
so that one shot did
Yes.
39 damage.
Okay,
With a rake.
roll
Holy shit.
1d5.
1
Pick a component, any component.
of what, the ship?
Any component of their ship, and then it's on a 1 to 7 it's damaged and depressurized. On an 8 to 10 it's destroyed and all crew inside are killed.
Life support?
Life support's a really good call.
Go for it.
A really, really good call.
Life support is.
Wait, they have their own suits, don't they? Or
Am I
How long are
am
those
I
going to
there?
last?
Am I on there? Like, am I still on there?
No, that's why it's called a hit and run. You were there and back by the end of the turn.
Okay.
Or you could go for the sails and fuck the sails up. Or just no. We're killing them anyway. So yeah.
If we get the life support, we can just
Yeah,
take
life
all
support,
their
go
stuff. Like we might be able to steal their hollow field because why not?
Yeah, go for it. So the life supports. Or do you want to roll a 1d10?
Yeah, see how badly you damage the life support.
5?
Okay, so life support's just offline, but theoretically can be repaired. Theoretically. There's no air.
Okay, yeah, that was one shot. So it's 3 more?
Oh, that was just, then the amount of damage you cause is all going to be crit effects. Just like on a person.
So 18 the next bullet? Or laser? I don't even know what it is.
I think this is your second laser.
Yeah,
roll
this is
damage.
this is 2 of 4 on the Sunseer.
Yeah, this is 2. 2,
is
3,
insane.
4. 18, 18, 23. I don't want to do too much damage, then the warp drive explodes.
That's another 1d10 roll to see what explodes.
8. Decapitation.
Oh, in this case, you're not rolling in this case. It's just like a person now. However much damage gets over, that's what you hit them with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're working exactly like a person now, except they don't build their way up the chart. Yeah, so yeah, that 23 is a 9 on the chart. They have 14 armor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that was
So another whole breach.
One D5 components.
I'll just roll the. Okay, yeah, that's 3 components. Pick 3 components.
I don't know. Whatever.
Life support, warp drive,
life support again, then.
thrusters. I think are the ones we don't care about. I think we kind of like the hollow field and might want to take it.
Yeah, basically whatever's going to shut it down and kill shut the ship down and kill everyone on it, but not like anything else.
Oh, and also weapons. We might want to take the weapons, but we don't need a new work field, I don't think, and we don't like. I don't think we could use the webboy thing anyway. The thrusters we've already destroyed, and fuck the life support. So,
Hmm.
Your biggest
assuming we can take their stuff, which I assume, given infinite amounts of time, we could.
your biggest issue is space. Ultimately, you're limited by what you can fit inside of your ship and carry away from here.
True.
Can we make them slaves?
You could theoretically try if there's anyone left alive, although there's probably not anyone left alive. At least to no significant degree.
We basically made a space Hulk, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we'll be going after this with some crew and stealing all of their weapons and stuff. It's a good thing Romeo can speak Eldar, because I'm pretty sure he can actually follow ship directions on this thing and make raiding a little bit easier.
You could do, yeah.
But okay, yeah, at this point, the Eldar ship just comes to a stop. Well, as much of a stop as an object in space can. It slowly comes to a stop. It's drifting. It is one screwed up ship now.
Get all the murder servitors on there, kill everybody, and then let's salvage them the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure we can just wait a day and they're done.
Yeah, we can wait. We can just wait and then they're all dead.
Yeah, they don't have any life support and they still need to breathe, and I don't think their suits give them infinite oxygen. So, yeah.
I kind of want to do that. Slow and painful.
Yeah, so basically you have successfully downed the Eldar ship, such as it is.
I gotta get off.
That is fine.
I gotta get up for work tomorrow, and I know
Yeah,
my dog's gonna wake me up at 7. So,
I gotcha.
all right. I'll see you guys later.
It's okay.
See ya.
We'll tell you all the sweet stuff we get.
I'll read about it.
But okay. I mean, we can probably hold off on specifics about sweet stuff until next time. Give me some time to gestate some of it.
Yeah, and even then, I think the only person who actually is super hyped about it is Romeo, because I can actually spend the XP to get exotic weapon proficiency right now.
I know that Geralt can at some point, just because Archmilitants have the capacity to learn to use any weapon eventually. But I don't know if he can do it at this rank.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, my main problem, I think, is that I can't get, I can't use basic exotic weapons. I think I need to be trained in, the normal form before I can get the exotic form, but I'm not 100%.
yeah, that's something I can double check on. But yeah, Romeo will probably be able to locate an Eldar, at least one Eldar weapon he can train in from on board. If it's worth dumping XP to train in the use of the Eldar weapon.
It's probably better than the pistol he's using right now.
That is entirely possible.
I mean, if it's some crazy shrapnel net thing, which I know they have, it's probably worth it.
They have a lot of things.
They've got a lot of twisted shit. like razor wire nets you can shoot at like 60 feet that make people grappled within a burst.
Or the gun that just just injects people with like a mile of razor wire.
Yep.
That happens. They do that.
Pretty horrible. Also amazing.
It is both of those things. Yeah, we will see when comes the time.
Everyone gets Eldar armor.
That's actually a melee.
Yay!
Pardon?
It's actually a melee weapon that does that.
It is, yes. Kind of like a punch gun.
Instantly bursts through even the smallest puncture to fill the interior of a body or vehicle. In seconds, flesh is turned into liquid as the wire races through the enclosed space and then retracts back into the device. Most victims are dead before even knowing they were even struck. Crazy damage.
I truly appreciate that picture.
1d10 plus 8 damage and 10 pen. And it's tearing.
Yo.
So come next time, you guys will probably be going to loot potentially loot an Eldar Hulk. You still have some Eldar plan that you just barely escaped getting murdered from before you came up here to whoop the Eldar's ass in space, and you don't know what that plan is yet.
Yeah, actually that's true. We might want to hold off on the looting until after that. It's gonna be here, and it's not like anyone else is here to take it, so...
Unless the system entirely drops into the warp.
Well, I mean, maybe more Eldar will show up to reclaim it, but it depends on whether or not they could actually have gotten a transmission off.
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like... I'm not sure what we should do next, really.
I think the thing that should happen next is basically on Zennith's shoulders, which is inspect the planet with your crazy mind powers.
Which one? The one that we just came from?
Prime.
The main one?
Yeah, because that's where whatever was going to go down was supposed to go down in the center of the forest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been lying out of their asses about that, but as far as we know, it's the best thing we have to run off of.
Well, I mean, we felt it ourselves.
Yeah.
We know there's something terrible in the forest.
Yeah, but is it not the center of all the corruption in this star system? We have no idea.
No, that makes sense. I think it would be. And I think we should speak to the librarian dude. I mean, obviously, you know, he doesn't really have a whole lot to say, but he might shed some light on the matter.
He barely knows where he is right now.
Well, yeah, but he's like a warp beacon.
Okay, I guess there's two possible things, and we could do them at the same time. And that's get Zennith to scan the planet and send a raid party into the hole that we know has been blasted into the command center and raid their files. Because we got at least one dude who can speak Eldar, and that's Romeo. And if this was a plan they had, you'd think they'd have records of it. So we can raid.
The records survived.
Yeah, so we can try to locate and raid through their records, assuming they survive, to try to get a hint at something.
Yeah, we should just loot their ship for whatever we can, including plot material.
Luckily, we have a number of void suits with which to do this.
Yeah,
since we have great life support.
And you can basically send everybody, because we know there's no, like, there may be some minor dangers on this ship, but you wait 2 days and there won't be.
Roll Xenos knowledge.
Four degrees of success.
Captain's got it.
Okay. The captain has heard of things that the Eldar bring to bear sometimes. Not unlike some kind of golem or machine.
Well, the Wraith Guards.
Yeah, that'd be the Wraith Guard. And the Wraith Lords.
Aren't they just dead? Aren't they like the Terminator equivalent? I'm not sure, the Juggernaut equivalent.
Somewhat, yes. In the end, though, they are. You know how they upload the souls of their people into the ship to act as the main computer? Well, they do that into robot bodies too to act as the control software for robot warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not it's not necessarily completely void of danger, but
Obviously, yeah.
They carry the really big things that the Eldar themselves are too, skinny elfy to carry around.
They have like giant swords or giant guns or.
Though
Yeah,
they,
speaking of things I want to loot off that ship, the equipment for uploading mines and the equipment for running uploaded mines.
Well, that's sort of the like technology is all based around the Wraithbone.
yeah, that's
And look,
trying.
there's a really big sample of it here.
So you're taking Wraithbone samples, is what you're doing.
Is that a terrible idea?
No, not necessarily. It's a thing worth studying.
tech priests are probably losing their shit about it.
Positive and negative shit losing, depending on how radical the given tech priests are.
Truth, but shit losing nonetheless. Can I ask you a semi-serious question here? Did our morale go up?
No.
Oh man, I kind of felt like our morale should go up.
I mean, it hadn't gone down in the first place.
Yeah, because we came out of that completely unscratched.
Yeah, they never got a successful shot off on you, and you passed your initial check when you came into the system to not suffer morale loss for its horribleness.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so, I mean,
We'll be glad when this is all over, though.
literally as successful as we could be through a combination of luck and tactics.
Yes.
Because that was a very timely engine kill. Like, the most timely it could have been. We were as close as we were going to get to that ship.
If they had been able to pull around to front sooner, good lord.
And if they could have done it without taking a massive minus.
Oh, even with the minus, with all the shit they could have brought to bear. 'Cause basically, their thing is set up to, pepper you with torpedoes here and there, which are guided torpedoes, so they get pretty big bonuses. And then just the standard blast with the macro cannons, dice with the lance. And then Eldar attack crews, because they're actually sending like trained, hardcore, several hundred-year-old warriors. They deal extra damage and hit and runs.
Oh, nice. So they have their own Eldar murder servitors?
It's just they're guys who are really well trained and equipped.
Yeah.
Eldar Marines could end up doing crazy shit. Like, they don't have guys with jetpacks. They have guys who just teleport around.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking spider dudes.
Yeah, warp spiders. Or what are they, shadow specters? They just kind of float around like ghosts. And carried big-ass sniper rifles.
I can't wait till third
Are they
rank
sniper
I can
rifles?
use this goddamn jetpack.
Isn't it just more shuriken stuff?
Well, I'm sure it's a shuriken-based sniper rifle. I'd have to check. They have energy stuff, too.
I just remember, like, just from the games, Retribution, the Warp Spiders, they had, like, fast firing.
Oh yeah, no, the warp spiders did. I'm talking about shadow specters.
Oh, pardon.
Oh yeah, by the way, here's a question, because I'm just looking at the loot we got before. Who the hell is this static chest plate? Because it's amazing, and I haven't heard anybody use it.
Did anyone get it?
Someone had to have taken it, because it's amazing.
Oh,
one
do you
second.
want to put it in chat?
Yeah.
I took down, anytime someone took something, I noted it.
Yeah, so it's 6 chests, and every round the first attack to hit the warehouse, we rolled it at -10, which is like crazy good.
I think the captain was supposed to have that, but then she got her super armor, so but I don't know.
I think
I
Geralt
would not
has
mind that at that time.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have gone to Denev without dodge.
Yeah, right now Geralt has it. Though, yeah, that's probably something where a discussion should probably exist to give that to Zennith.
Yeah.
I think it's better than her current chest armor, and because her traits, like all of her attack powers, basically result in her needing to be frontline, one way or the other, for the safety of everyone else.
Yeah, and this thing can snuff an attack once around, which is pretty damn good.
And I forgot the captain also has a shield.
Already?
A
Oh,
shield?
not like an energy shield, or just like a handheld shield?
Just like a handheld shield.
Okay.
The relic shield, you found it on board the Space Hulk.
What does it look like?
Don't know the exact appearance, but it is, like a solid shield one holds in their hand.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
style.
Strange.
If the captain decides to use it at any point, it's plus 25 to parry.
Oh man.
That's pretty good if you're going to be a melee captain.
And once per session, plus 35.
And
Nice.
since my parrying is so very effective,
Yeah, so basically that is if you expect to be going up against melee people, and you can sword and board, that's pretty much a once per turn, no you don't hit me with a melee attack.
and by the way, see if your weapon breaks.
Yes.
What happens if two power weapons come up against each other?
They aren't affected.
Yeah, it's like lightsabers.
Yeah, it only affects things that don't have the power weapon rule.
What's the chance to destroy something with a
75%?
power weapon?
Pretty sure
Pretty sure,
75.
yeah.
It's 25 or 75, I can't remember which.
I think it's 75, because I'm looking at a
Yeah,
heavily
I'm pretty
modified
sure
power
it's 75.
axe.
Right. Yeah, and although I'm not sure if I'm not sure if you can parry with the power axe, which would render it sort of moot.
It has a minus 10 to parry tests.
Okay. Yeah, you're mostly just getting the armor penetration out of that.
Oh, it's unbalanced, yeah.
It's 10. It's really good.
Oh, on a power axe?
Yeah, on the one we found anyway. We have a heavily modified power axe.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Anyone using that?
Let me check the loot tracker.
Where is it?
I have a whole document devoted to this. Every piece of fancy elite you guys found and who took it.
Oh, okay.
No one has currently claimed heavily modified power axe.
Yeah, I'm missing the shield, but otherwise I have the jetpack, the static chest plate, the temperamental pistol. I think that one's currently in Romeo's possession. I don't
think I'm ever going to be using any weapons, so...
Yeah, basically the stuff you guys aren't taking is potentially going towards profit factor.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I could see would bonuses to command stack, like from multiple weapons.
I think so. I mean, I use common sense rule on that to a degree, but
Yeah,
My
'cause we also-
god, he's just a round ball of weapons. He's so magnificent.
He's just a literal Katamari of chainsaws. Yeah, we have a field commander chainsaw that gives a plus 10 to parry test and a plus 10 to command and intimidate. Which, like, I don't think anyone's using and could potentially be using, which is either the captain, Geralt, or Romeo.
I don't think it outdoes the crystal sword.
Crystal Sword is
Doesn't make
pretty
much sense.
crazy.
The crystal sword is a way better melee weapon. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. I think the only reason you'd have it on you is for the plus 10 to command. In the same way that Romeo only has that pistol to strap on his chest to make him more intimidating.
But this has been an interesting learning experience game mechanics-wise.
Yeah.
So, did you intentionally set us up with like the perfect matchup for us?
No. In what way?
Like with their speed screwing them over, and what is it? We have just the right situation turret-wise that their missiles didn't get any advantage.
Oh, well, the missile thing would have happened with any ship, potentially.
The thing that I think kind of happened is that our ship was like so not prepared for combat, it looped into being amazing for combat.
But no, I just tried to pick a ship that was good enough to make sense as the Farseer ship, but not so good that it seemed like it would curb stomp you. Which means statistically I did have to move into Eldar pirate ships, because regular Eldar ships are all either like one tiny step above starfighters or good lord massive cruisers.
Huh.
They don't do much in between. So in the interests of actually making this an effective test of the Starship combat rules to give me a better understanding of future encounters, I picked something that seemed defeatable. And in its defeat, I gain greater understanding.
That's
Yeah,
so
I
zen.
mean, I think we like the thing that made that combat crazy was the real good, um, really timely disabling of the ship's movement.
Was that
Also-
from the meta servitors?
Yeah, it was from the murder servitors. Yeah, targeting the engines and disabling them like in such like just the right time made it so basically everything that made their ship good was immediately obsolete.
Also notable, a large part of it is my unfamiliarity with the system in the first couple turns.
Yeah.
If I had known about the basically 180 turn, even with the penalty, they probably could have pulled that first turn and started in on you. I mean, at a minus 20 penalty.
Yeah.
But their biggest downside was that they couldn't return fire.
Yeah. We did a decent job of staying on their tail. Despite our incredibly low maneuverability.
More because of your incredibly low maneuverability.
Yo, truth.
So XP
We
for
won
next week
because
will
we're
be
bad.
told next week.
Yeah, that will be the XP from this will be distributed next week.
Okay.
Yeah, also, like, our ship isn't as maneuverable, but I'm assuming it's got a lot more HP than theirs.
Yes.
Remember off then.
Yeah, I think we're just driving a tank, to be honest. What's the armor rating on our ship? I think it's, like, just okay, right?
I think theirs was higher. No, you had the exact same armor as them, 14.
Okay.
You have more hull integrity than they do, 42, compared to their 25.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little bit more varied weapon placement, obviously.
Yeah, which was nice.
You can only do 2 of your guns on one broadside, but whereas they can do all 3, but they have to be in the forward section.
Yeah, and putting our longest range gun on the place that has the widest arc was definitely a good call.
Yeah. I mean, technically, their torpedoes are on a keel mount, but despite the fact that keels are normally 360, torpedoes can only fire forward.
Oh, okay, got it.
So while that weapon mount would have normally allowed them to just be dumping torpedoes all over the place, due to like how torpedo recoil on the ship, blah blah blah, you can only fire forward.
That's weird. You think they would put a different weapon on there?
I think it's because it has to be on a keel or a prow mount,
Oh, okay,
Something.
fair enough.
or I think it has to be on a dorsal or a prow mount. A really structurally reinforced mount.
Okay.
Unless it's on one of the big ships. Really big ships. Grand cruiser ships.
Okay.
I think Grand Cruiser is as high as you can go in this game.
In this game.
Well, I mean, this is the only one that deals with starships in the first place, so,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, none of the other games actually deal with starships at all.
Super excited to get loot, though.
In theory, Deathwatch probably has some pretty awesome starships. You just never really do much with them. Because Space Marine battle barges are pretty insane, I think.
They're like craft world size.
They are really, really big, yeah. Because like there are chapters that their homeworld is their battle barge.
Got it.
They just fly around space like nomads doing Space Marine things. Yeah, potential Eldar loot in the upcoming thing.
Pretty excited about it. I feel like Thaddeus is good. I feel like Thaddeus and Romeo are the two people most excited right now. Mostly because stealthy Eldar stuff seems really good for Thaddeus, and Romeo can actually shoot the guns.
Again,
everyone can
uploading
shoot the
tech.
guns. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone can shoot the guns, but they do it at minus 20.
Yeah. Unless they're a flamethrower, in which case they do it at plus 20 to the enemy's dodge. I'm not sure if Eldar have flamethrowers.
I think they have, like, one. Oh! If the captain went for not an alternate rank, she would have been able to have one exotic weapon training also.
But then she wouldn't have gotten to be a heretic.
Yeah, fair trade.
Plus, can't I buy stuff off that chart at double cost?
You can. You can. You can buy stuff off your mist charts at double cost without even needing to ask me. Buying stuff off other people's charts for double the cost, that's something that we need to talk about.
Yeah, but that's 1,000 EXP, which is actually quite a bit.
You have something else that costs 1,000 that you're planning to spend on first.
Yeah, I'm currently saving. Wouldn't mind getting a hold of a couple of those Terminators if I can get them shut down and not too damaged. Given that I'm building robot body for me and possibly some other robot parts for people.
Oh, they're Wraith Guards?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lovely dream.
I say.
Alright, I'm gonna go finish my packing for Dragon Con. See you guys.
See ya!
Nine.
Yeah.